because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
Some things are a matter of doing.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute it.
I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is. It's a Tennessee thing.
Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It is Talk Sports. I am John Reed, joined by Cody McClure, Sam Beard, and Bad News Bubba. Happy Friday morning to you. It is November 21st, the last normal Friday of the year. Cody, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, good morning. Top of the morning. Hello, fellas. Hello, freaks. Good morning. Florida Friday. Boy, how about that, huh? Florida Friday. How weird is that? It's Friday, and it's November, and it's Florida week.
Almost the end of November.
And what a weird Florida week, as we are really just trying to coast to the holidays. Most of America is just, buying turkeys this week and out here trying to figure out grandma's dressing recipe. And am I going to hand mash the potatoes, or am I going to use a mixer to get more of a smooth consistency on the mashed potatoes? Am I going to buy the cranberry sauce in the can, or are we actually going to try to do something real this year, Susan? Is your sister still bringing her creamed corn? Do we have any dinner rolls? People are trying to figure out things like that, and yet we are playing the Florida Gators tomorrow. Feels weird this time of year, doesn't it?
It does. Having zero interest to go down to Gainesville feels a little weird too.
Yeah.
Especially in a game we're favored in.
Yeah.
I didn't even give it a second thought. I really didn't give it a first thought. It's never even entered my mind.
How many Tennessee fans from the state of Tennessee do you think are going to the game?
It's a good question, Sam. I don't know.
6,229.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
The same number?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. We call that telepathic communication.
I don't know how many are going. In my personal life, I don't know many. Usually I have at least like 7 or 8 people I know going on these road trips, sometimes more.
Nice to see the group chat already active.
Hell, last year at Oklahoma, I knew, 40 people going, and that was all the way to Oklahoma. Florida, I've seen one guy tell me he's going. One guy.
Only got 373 texts in this group yesterday.
Oh, Mr. Popular, good for you.
It was out of control yesterday. I was out there just trying to Uber, just trying to drive the college kids around to their formals, and it's just ding, ding,
well,
ding.
The fact you don't turn that off is crazy to me.
Well, I put it on vibrate, but
that's still as crazy.
It's still annoying just to see the notifications.
All you gotta do is just swipe over and hit the little mute notifications. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that because then I forget about it, and I'm like, well, what if I miss something important? So the notification keeps me alert.
It'll still pop up on your phone that you have texts.
It will.
Well, not like it'll pop up on like the green, like on the text message place. It'll be like 25 texts.
Oh, okay.
Like it won't pop up on like the front and like ding or nothing.
Can
but
I
like
mute just the one chat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just take
so
it.
I won't get a notification every time a text
Correct.
is sent, but I'll still have a general notification.
Correct. Assuming like your phone is updated at least, to the last, 5 things.
iOS 4.2.
Yeah, you just gotta go to like when you open your message thread and you can see all of them, you just swipe right on it and it'll pull up either delete or mute, and you hit mute.
Oh, okay.
And then all of a sudden it won't pop up on the front of your phone, and while you're driving people around, that their music won't be bothered by your bing bing.
Well, I don't. It doesn't bing. I mean, I at least
it just binged. I just heard it.
It just did. Yeah, but once I hear it 3 times, it annoys me. So I'm like, Jesus Christ! So I scramble to the phone.
Yeah,
and turn it off.
Yeah, you go and just hit mute there, and then like it'll still say on your phone like, hey, you got 45 texts, and you can figure out where they're coming from.
Yeah,
I do that to everybody I text. I do it that way. If I text you somewhat consistently, your notifications are muted. Because I pick up my phone enough to see, like, I got text I need to check out. Okay, let's go look at it.
Now Jordan's upset because he says I'm mad that we text too much.
Aww.
I like texting. I like reading the text from the fellas, but I just, it is a lot of dings. Sounds like it's on me, though. I need to just adjust my notification settings.
Yeah, I feel like most people in group chats, I would imagine most of them have it muted. It is kind of wild to me that you don't, but maybe you will moving forward.
Kind of wild to me that Jordan's awake at 7:06 a.m. Central Time, but maybe he's got big things going on today. That's early, 7 a.m. Nashville time. They're an hour behind.
Especially after a late night watching NFL football.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and, college basketball going on. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. How was your evening?
My evening was solid. Nothing to report.
Nothing at all. What do you think happens in the group chat when you die?
They probably leave you there.
Would they? You think they'd leave me there so my dead phone keeps getting all the notifications?
Yeah, they'd probably. I mean, it depends. Now that you've talked about it, maybe. But
do you delete your friend from the group chat if they've died?
I've got to say, I've been kind of blessed, I guess, to make it 35 years. Knock on wood. Hopefully, it ain't me. I haven't had any close friends die. Like
Give it time.
Close friends as adults. Like I've told you, I had a lot of like my friends from like school die.
Oh yeah, we all have those.
No, I mean like tragic. Actual like good friends though. Like I told you about the one guy got shot in the back of the head selling crack.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy died in a car wreck. Jimmy.
Yeah,
he was a couple. Good kid.
But like, yeah, no, I haven't had to really deal with the group chat dilemma.
How long after your death should your friends keep you in the group chat?
Eventually, they'd get your phone disconnected.
Yeah, but that wouldn't affect the group chat. I mean, it would still just appear as if though, Cody was still here.
Yeah, but like if your phone got disconnected, I don't know if you're in a group chat that's all blue, like then all of a sudden you would change it green, so then they'd probably kick you out. They'd probably
you think we're in a 7-man group chat with green text coming in? We don't associate.
Well, that's my point. That's my point is they would kick you out the moment your phone got disconnected because it would turn it green.
Who do you think will die first in my? Yeah, probably. Yeah. There's 7 of us.
You.
2 of the guys just got done running marathons.
They're probably safe unless they get hit by a car.
My friend Trenny and my friend Seth, they're very, very much in shape. They're out here running marathons. He's the one that wanted to walk to after the game. We went to what was that? The Arkansas game. He wanted to walk to the damn old city from the fort. Like, what are you talking about? Walk to the old city?
Hell yeah.
We couldn't be
my kind of guy.
We couldn't be more different when you take a look at us. He's in shape. I'm not. So, anyway, I think they ought to give you at least 6 weeks after you die. 6 extra weeks on the house. It's on us. After that, hey, facts are facts. You're dead. See ya.
Sam, top of the morning to you. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Doing good. Solid. This fog has kind of ruined my mornings the last 2 days. Doesn't feel like, just feels ominous outside. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't love the feeling of fog, uncertainty.
Yeah, I
But
feel
I'm
that.
good. Watched some ball last night.
What'd
Didn't
you
really
watch?
get a chance to watch the Lady Vols, but looks like we got a nice dominant victory.
Yeah, MTSU is terrible. I watched a little bit of that, and it took them 5 minutes to score, and I said, "All right, I've seen enough." Like Lady Vols finally was scoring a little bit, but 80 points, but MTSU had 40 something. I mean, it was a 40-point beatdown. You didn't miss anything.
I saw the halftime score, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
Tennessee came out an 11-0 run to start, like pretty much immediately, and you knew what kind of game it was going to be. I think it got to 15-0 before MTSU scored. But like, it was one of those, I looked at MTSU because I was perusing, looking at some gambling stuff, and it was like Lady Vols over under 130, and I was like, that must mean MTSU is terrible. And then I looked at their schedule so far, and they had been scoring 50 points in a game against other teams. I said, okay, there's no point in watching this. Then you had men's basketball. Then you had the NFL. Throw in a little Hawks and Spurs action. It's a busy sports night.
What is it about the fog? Just it feels like you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, I like being able to see out in the distance.
You like to have a good line of a clear line of vision.
I'm blind enough already.
What is it about the fog? It's the whole not being able to see thing.
Do you feel like you're going to be surprised by like a shadowy figure that emerges?
Are you talking about the damn fog man again?
Yeah.
Fog man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
It
a
just
real
feels
thing
like
to be
bad
scared
things
of.
happen in the fog.
Yeah. I wonder if it's Hollywood that's giving us that,
Probably
so.
But like, it was foggy last night even. I was rolling my trash cans out to the street for trash day.
You never know. There could have been somebody standing in the street.
Could have gotten stabbed and I wouldn't have been able to see 2 feet in front of me.
I think that's a reasonable fear.
Bubba, how are you over there?
I'm all right.
You alive?
I am. I appreciate the fog. I like the ominous feeling that it brings. Had a positive dream last night.
Good.
I was hanging out with an OG, an unk, went to a baseball game, and then I met a redhead girl, and then I woke up.
What were you doing with the redheaded girl?
I'm more interested in who the OG unk was. Who was that?
I didn't get his name.
You're just dreaming about some random old man?
He was an OG, man. He was out
he
there.
Black?
He was.
You were with an old black man?
Yes, sir.
At a softball game?
Nope.
Where were
Baseball.
you? Baseball game.
Yep.
And then came a young redhead?
Yep.
Wow.
Was this your friend in your dream, the man?
Not that I recount.
Or just a stranger that you had met?
I think just a stranger.
What were y'all doing at the game?
I mean, I don't know. The dreams, skip ahead kind of.
Were you having a good time?
I think so. I mean, I remember him and I remember the redhead girl, and that's about it. I feel like that's all I need to remember you too.
Okay. It's a weird dream.
When you woke up, were the sheets dry?
As far as I know. I didn't inspect every little inch or, millimeter on the whole bed sheets, but maybe some sweat somewhere along the lines. I don't know.
You didn't know the redhead?
Nothing I know of.
Just a random redhead and a random black guy.
With dreams, I think it's like your brain sees like all these faces and then just starts pulling them out of a hat like a magician.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's a dude you could have seen like 7 years ago at a grocery store. It's like, boom, he's now appearing in your dream.
Sometimes that does happen. Do you think those are real faces? Do you think those are real people that were in your dream?
I mean, I think it's your brain trying to make them real.
I mean, people that you've encountered before.
Yeah.
You think?
I don't think it's possible for you to just make up a random face that you haven't seen before.
You don't think the brain just creates a person?
No, I think it does its best to like remember what they look like, and things might be askewed, because every time you tell a story, you tell it maybe a little bit differently, or
it's like you have a series of millions of photographs in your brain.
Yeah,
those are real faces you've seen at some point in your life. I like to believe that too. That's a good approach. Yeah. Was the redhead, was she pretty pasty?
She was a white girl, yes.
You never see a tan redhead, do you? You never see a Chinese guy with red hair either.
You do. It's just dyed, but not natural. No.
Was this a natural redhead or like more like a ginger, or was it someone with dyed hair?
I would say natural.
You guys about finished with this?
I mean, I could.
You guys aren't really getting anywhere,
I
though.
could ask Bubba questions about this all day.
Yeah, none of them have really been like hard hitting questions.
If you have a
or
more
answers.
pressing matter, we can go to break, I guess. But I got a lot more questions, but I'll refrain. Where's your orange at, man?
Where's yours?
It's Florida.
I don't really count.
Hat.
Big Orange Friday's canceled for lack of hustle.
That's fair.
Well, once I saw them not run back against Oklahoma after those turnovers, I said, those boys don't care, neither do I. So Big Orange Friday has been canceled due to lack of hustle. We'll talk about it coming up after the break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
All right, Cody, where do you want to start? Last night's NFL game or Tennessee, Florida? Or last night's Tennessee basketball game? Dealer's choice.
Well, I'd say probably the Tennessee-Florida game, seeing as how it's Florida Friday, but
all right, let's get a second opinion.
Week,
Sam, what do you think where we should start? Tennessee's basketball game, NFL game that happened, or Tennessee-Florida?
I'm down for some Tennessee-Florida, honestly.
Bubba, do you concur?
I actually like the idea of recapping the basketball.
I'll let Cody and Sam go with their Tennessee-Florida takes. What do you boys got? Florida, the injury report, vast. For Tennessee, Jamal McCoy officially saying, hey, no playoffs, no reason to come back. Body's not responding well, so he's gone for the year. Miles Kitzelman, likely gone for the year in terms of at least the regular season. Banged up.
Ain't losing much there.
Going to get healthy. Yeah, he's been the most disappointing player on offense as far as I'm concerned.
Especially for what you thought he might be coming into the year. I mean, we thought he was going to be the leader of this team, and he's been a total disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, Miles the ball dropper.
But go ahead, Sam. Go ahead, Cody. Give me your Tennessee-Florida takes.
Well, I'll begin by saying that this is a game of great importance for Josh Heupel, perhaps the most important game of his tenure thus far in terms of his public perception, or maybe not public perception, but perception from his own fan base. I think this is the most important perception game. Maybe you'd say 22 Alabama was a bigger perception game because that took him to a new level as a coach. So that maybe did more for him. Maybe he gained more from that game, but I don't know, because I feel like he could lose more from this game than he gained from the 22 Alabama game, if that makes sense. It's a very, very important game for Josh Heupel.
That's kind of what I was going to ask, is like where this stacks up in just biggest games of the Heupel era, repercussions and everything involved type of thing.
I'm starting to come around, I think, this week on us winning. As the week has progressed, I felt pretty not great about it Monday.
Really? So that was in question for you for most of the week, is of whether or not we were even going to win?
Yeah, the more the week has gone on, I've kind of come around to I believe I'm on the winning side. I don't know how I feel about that necessarily, but that's kind of where my meter is. It's over halfway that we're going to win the game. I think it just depends so much on what Florida does, on what kind of Florida team you see, because that's a team that, William has said it all year, and we've made fun of him, but he said it all week or all year long. That's a good football team. That's a good football team. They're not a good football team, but they are a competitive football team when they want to be. The majority of their games, other than whatever happened at Kentucky, have been one-score games in the fourth quarter, if not all their games, as I think through their schedule.
LSU and Kentucky would be the only two that they weren't really in the game in the fourth quarter.
But LSU at one point might have even been a one-score game.
Well, I don't think in the fourth quarter it was. I think they were down 10 pretty much the entire fourth quarter.
Well, they lost that game, 20-10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was a game Lagway, I believe, threw 5 picks.
Yeah, he was awful in that game. That's true.
I don't think Florida ever really got off the mat in that game and did anything.
But they've hung around and they've played competitive against a lot of teams. Like if they show up motivated, I do think we're going to be in for a sweat, as much as I hate it, because it seems like every game for us is kind of a sweat. So I expect it to be a one-score game. I think I'm coming around, though, to us making the winning plays to win the game.
Sam, do you concur?
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on, are you going to get November Joey Aguilar? Or are you going to get September Joey Aguilar to me? And we've seen kind of some of talked about it yesterday with maybe the gunslinger kind of mentality that he had. And you're starting to maybe see some of those turnovers kind of pop up a little bit. So, I think if you continue to kind of put the ball in harm's way, especially on the road, I don't think things are going to go well. But if you take command of the game early, like Tennessee was so great at doing early in the season, I think that's going to be a huge factor in this game.
I saw a chart that, breaks down, they update it every week. It's like EPA per quarter. Tennessee's best quarter, obviously, the first quarter. They're really good at it. Something that stands out on that Florida team is they are one of the worst teams in the country in the fourth quarter. They have been terrible this year in the fourth quarter. I don't think that makes it as simple as like, hey, just Tennessee start, have a lead in the fourth quarter or be in the game and you'll win it. But obviously, Florida to me falls under the umbrella of teams we talk about in here sometimes of not made for comebacks. So I do think when you combine that with the way Tennessee, when they're at their best, or even when they're just good, above average, when they're not bad, that comes with a good first quarter start. So Tennessee, just start good in the first quarter. Joey Aguilar, just don't turn the ball over. Because this team, this Florida team, I know we've looked at it and said, oh man, they've played hard in some of these games, and they have, but they've also had a couple clunkers too. Every other week is what Sam has been calling them. Hey, they'll play good every other week. They're due for a bad game. But when those teams are ready to kind of quit, I do think the beginnings of the game is, obviously amplified.
Mm-hmm.
If Tennessee comes out and gets up 10-0 early, the crowd knows what's coming, and the players know what's coming, and that makes your job easier. You don't want to let this hang around into the late second quarter before halftime with Florida having a lead, because then you might be in for a fight for 60 minutes. I do think that kind of gets amplified against a team like Florida, who's 3-7, and of course ready to quit at any moment.
They got a lot of quit in them. They are ready to quit. It's just a matter of whether or not you can make them. Yeah, you get them down a couple scores, and I think you'll be in good shape. But it's also important in the sense that it's kind of the last game of the rivalry, at least as we know it. I know we'll play again, but on a year-to-year basis, this block of the rivalry with Florida that's been going since 1990, it's your last regular annual meeting. So it'd be nice to go out a winner, given the way that the series has gone.
Well, it's nice. Be nice to go out as a winner, but also, go out not having that streak extend. Right, not missing out. If you lose this game, who knows what Florida looks like in a couple years when you play them again in the Swamp?
Well, yeah, pretty soon it becomes, you haven't won there in 22 years. Well, now you haven't won there in 30 years.
Yeah, you pretty much would only get, 2 shots every 8 years?
Yeah.
That could easily, extend that streak to 30, 40, 50 years. So, you better get this one.
And you might be coaching against Lane Kiffin next time.
Well, there was an update there from an LSU writer last night, Sam, that said it is really, really trending towards LSU is how they're feeling down there, to the point where they thought that was going to get done maybe today, and that both sides are going to kind of know the deal.
Another thing that we haven't really discussed for this Florida team, I mean, they haven't been in their building in quite a while. It's been a month. You remember that Mississippi State game?
That's the last time they got to play at home?
Yeah. Since then, they were on the road at Kentucky and Ole Miss, and then before that it was the Jacksonville game against Georgia. So,
which, look, I got to be fair. What I said about the game, about the fast start, Ole Miss was up 10-0 on Florida, and they didn't quit there. So maybe that's not accurate. Now, I do think being on the road maybe makes it a little bit the crowd was a little bit different. So like maybe it still feels like a football game. When I say like they quit, I don't necessarily just mean the team. I would mean the fans. Like I think the energy in the swamp, if that's what you want to call it, it doesn't feel like it'll be like really like the swamp tomorrow. It feels kind of disingenuous to call it that, but I think the energy there just goes so drastically different if Tennessee jumps out early.
They did beat Mississippi State at home, and they did beat Texas at home.
Yep.
I mean, they've played better at home, at least, than they have on the road, but that ain't saying much. I mean, they should have lost that Mississippi State game. It was an inexplicable interception thrown at the end by State, but.
And just to be fair, they did lose to South Florida at home as well.
Yep, early in the year, 18-16. So it's not a good Florida team, but it's a team that if they have a pulse, you're going to be in for a fight.
To me, I think you said it comes down to Florida. I think it just comes down to Tennessee. Like I think if Tennessee plays a B to B plus game, they should take care of business here. If Tennessee plays sloppy and allows Florida to hang around, then Florida will be in the game. But I think it's about Tennessee. Like if Tennessee comes out sloppy in the first quarter, then buckle up. But if they come out and they look good, and Josh Heupel has this scripted touchdown drive, and you could take the crowd out pretty early, it should be a simple game for me.
Well, it's just a matter of, do you trust us to come out and play that way? I'd like to know what the percentage is of our fan base, our fans who think, that have faith in us coming out and playing that way to start.
I have confidence that Tennessee wins, but like not anything drastic. I mean, like on a confidence scale, I'm at like a 70, high 60s, low 70. But in terms of coming out and dominating, no, like the thought on that is low. Like I imagine this is going to be a very annoying game that even if you win, you don't feel fulfilled. That if you win, it's a gross game that like the main story for me, if I'm predicting the headlines or if I'm predicting the vibe on the voluntary action, is just, well, that was better than losing. But man, that was gross. This team just ain't fun to watch. Man, Joey. What's wrong with Joey? What's wrong with Heupel? Like, it feels to me that that's where we're headed, even in a win.
Lagway was all right in that Texas win. He wasn't great against Mississippi State. Threw 2 picks in that game, but had 280 yards passing. I mean, he hasn't really – I mean, all year Lagway hasn't had a game since the Long Island game in week 1 where he hasn't had another game where he's thrown 3 touchdowns.
He's just not very good.
He's pretty pedestrian.
I mean, but like, not to keep rehashing it, but that's just basically what he looked like last year. Last year, his touchdown to interception ratio was 12-9.
Well, the Texas game stands out. I mean, it's the only game where he completed over 70% of his passes.
His touchdown to interception ratio last year was 12-9, and he was 3-0 against Samford. So if you remove that, he was 9-9, 9 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. This year, 12-13. If you remove the Long Island game, he is 9-13. Like, he's just not a good quarterback. No matter how badly people want to make him a good quarterback, he's just not good.
No, he's not.
Now, Tennessee's secondary, like we know the deal there.
Mm-hmm.
I think the report is you're going to have three safeties tomorrow. That's it.
And then what? Walk on.
I don't know what the answer is. I mean, it's just 3 safeties is what Brent Hubb said. Now that Sidney Walton is going to be out, like you're going to have Turrentine, Farouk, and Caleb Beasley. That's what they're calling your 3 safeties.
Well, there is no Boo Carter.
So after Boo Carter, like at the star position, aka like your nickel back, like you got McMurray, and then if it's not him, they said you're going to be down to William Wright, the walk-on. So I mean, like you're thin in the secondary. So maybe DJ Lagway could have a good throwing game, but again, after watching him for 2 years, I don't worry about his passing. So maybe that weakness in your secondary, maybe the weakness of your team, doesn't really matter in this game.
I mean, he's capable of accumulating some yards. There's several games where he's got yards, but as far as making the plays, he's not really making the plays.
He's not an accurate passer.
No.
Not saying our defense is even as good as Miami's or A&M's, of course, or Mississippi State's. I mean, surely we should be at least on par with Mississippi State, Kentucky, those type of schools.
Well, Kentucky really shut him down.
Well, I'm just, like his completion percentage in those games. I mean, 52 against Miami, 57 against A&M, 59 against Mississippi State, 58 against Kentucky, 52 against Ole Miss. Like, I mean, it's just leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, like I said, that Texas game really stands out as his one decent game of the year, and they won that game. So hope he doesn't have another performance like that in him.
The Ole Miss game gets credit for being close, and it was. It took a fourth quarter from Ole Miss to pull, to get that lead and get that win. But like just looking at the box score, when I see 538 yards to 326, doesn't really feel like it should have been as close as that final score was. Sam, what are your concerns in this game? Is it just an effort issue? Is it the curse? Is it just Tennessee not being good? Is it Joey Aguilar, Josh Heupel on the road? What is your biggest concern?
Seeing Wendell Moy on the injury report is questionable. That's a concern for me, just up the middle, because I know that Florida's got Caleb Banks back this week, who's a big, that's an NFL defensive lineman there. So just kind of seeing. I feel like we've seen this offensive line shuffle a lot this year, and Moy's been kind of one of those guys that's been a mainstay on that line. So to have to shuffle that around, to me, that would be a little bit of a concern myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think Perry would go there. They're saying. So as Banks, he is going to play. Like he wasn't on the injury report or anything,
he was
right?
Off the injury report.
Credit to that guy for coming back in a lost season and trying to be out there for his teammates. I give him credit because, like you said, he's an NFL defensive lineman, probably. Like, I mean, and he is going to go out there and play whenever it'd be easy just to say, hey, we got 2 games left. I don't care about these coaches. We'll see how many snaps he plays, I guess, before I give him too much praise. Could be a thing of, hey, I want to go out there. And is it their senior day? No, they play Florida State at home. Okay, so yeah, I mean, like I was going to say, maybe he just wants to go out there and go through senior day stuff, but that's not the case. Bubba, what's your biggest concern for Tennessee in this game? The curse.
Not scoring enough points.
Now, are you being a jerk, Bubba? That's just like the other team scores more points than us. That's the key to the game. Like, hey, the not having enough points on the scoreboard. Or are you saying you're just worried about the offense not being very good?
Pretty much the offense not being as exciting.
Okay.
I'm curious to see if Joey's going to, because, what they're saying, it's a sellout down there. Joey in a raucous, Saturday night environment down in the swamp. Hopefully it doesn't get to him.
Man,
I don't want to see 2 more bad interceptions, and then it's like, oh, man, now we're down, 10-3 here, trying to play catch-up for the last 3 quarters.
I would be pretty shocked if it was a raucous crowd. I know they're calling it a sellout. You're not wrong. But like Cody said yesterday, how many of those people are actually showing up?
I think they just hate Tennessee a lot.
Sure. But like I was looking earlier on Vivid Seats just to see what the ticket prices were. And like, I mean, there's lower levels available for $50, $60, 80. I mean, there's plenty of it. I guess the 50 or $60 is in the upper deck, but there's plenty of lower level tickets under $100 right now. So like, I don't know if those tickets are going to end up getting used.
You got to hope that Joey Interceptular doesn't show up. If you set the number at 1.5 for the game,
taking the over.
You're taking the over?
Well, if he throws multiple picks, then you have a reason to be worried about the offense. You have a reason to be worried about the game.
If he throws 2 picks, that's not good.
The thing is, like, I'm just not worried about this game at all. Like, if it starts to go bad, then I'll be like, oh, geez, man, the sinking of the Titanic, like, again? But if it, everything should play out to where we run all over them, our run game, I think, is better, whether or not because, of injuries and stuff like that. Our passing game, I feel like, is better, typically. So it should just be a nice, not too comfortable of a win there, but maybe like a 1-score win.
I mean, it's the worst Florida team that we've seen in at least a decade. There was that year, didn't we lose to them when they went like 4-8?
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen bad Florida teams. We just didn't know they were bad at the time. Like they hadn't proven that they were bad. This is definitely the worst one in terms of standing in the country, standing in the SEC.
There was that year they lost to like Georgia Southern.
Yeah, we still lost to that one,
and that was late in the year. But yeah, we lost to that Florida team. But I'm as the week has gone on, I'm trying to convince myself. I'm trying to believe that our coach is not like our other coaches. I'm trying to believe that Josh Heupel is not, a Jeremy Pruitt. That Josh Heupel is not Butch Jones. I mean, any coach with a pulse that is a good coach, a real coach, would not lose this game. And that's why it's so important for him, because the perception completely changes if you lose the game.
Man, the vibes are bleak. Just hearing this conversation, it's making me sad. It's making me depressed.
Well, that's why I just said I'm trying to believe that he's not those guys.
Yeah, no, I know.
I want to believe differently. And
I need some positivity coming up after the break. Some positivity. Let me know how you feel in the chat, freaks, over on Fan Run TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all those things. We'll continue the conversation on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Now through the end of the year, we're offering half-price whitening with a cleaning. That's right, half-price whitening with a routine teeth cleaning at Knoxville Smiles. Call today to set up your appointment. 865-539-1776. That's 865-539-1776. Or book online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Track's batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Buck says the way you guys are feeling and talking is how the players feel. If Florida gets up on them, it's over, and you better get ready for the mass exodus. Well,
I thought we were supposed to be positive coming out of the break.
okay, let's do that spin. Sam, give me positivity.
Our players aren't going to let that happen.
Yeah, okay. Our players are not as down as we are. Our players are going to be rallied in there by our coaches, giving a great hyped-up speech. Josh Heupel knows what buttons to press. Tim Banks is going to wake up and fire the boys up. Let's go. Leadership. Well, you've been saying it, Sam, and I do think as we are here on the eve of the game, I do think what you said a couple weeks ago about the culture of your program being tested, like that is the main story of this game for me. I think what you said was really good there. This is a culture game. This is a game that sees if the players are checked out. And if the players are checked out, that's obviously a red flag, like Cody's been talking about this morning with Josh Heupel. If the players are checked out, the players don't care, that should make you concerned about the future of your program and the current state of your coaching staff. You should go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, if Meatball can't have him inspired to play against the Florida Gators.
You just wanted to call him Meatball. Okay,
if he can't have him inspired against the Florida Gators, he ain't worth his salt as a coach. You're playing the Florida Gators.
I don't know how much that matters to players. It's one thing when Philip Fulmer gets to give the rah-rah speech to fire people up to play against the Florida Gators. I don't know. I don't know if talking about the Florida Gators gets this this iteration of the team fired up, because this Florida team sucks.
It's his job.
This Florida team has sucked. Well, I know. I'm just saying you're playing the Florida Gators. I don't know if that carries weight. Like this, I don't know if the players look at this as a special game.
He has to make it that way is what I'm saying. Josh Heupel, that's on him. He's the coach. That's his job to make sure that they give a damn.
Well, I think that see to me, like the button to press isn't it's the Florida Gators as much as it is just about winning and playing for the T and playing for yourself and yada yada yada.
Yeah, but there's certain opponents that are supposed to just matter more,
right?
There's certain opponents that mean more.
Yeah, my thought is I don't know if Florida's that team anymore. I don't think Florida's that team for this program, or at least for this for this version of the players.
But it's a rivalry. Like, Nick Saban coached against a lot of bad Tennessee teams, but they always seemed ready to play.
Sure.
Those Alabama teams, they could have looked at us the same way. Like, Tennessee, they're not any good. They suck.
But Nick Saban says constantly that Tennessee is the biggest rival for Alabama. Like, I don't think that we say that about Florida, do we?
No, but they're a top 2 rival.
Are they?
They're the number 2 rival.
I don't think so. Not for this current generation.
Georgia's I don't know what you mean by that.
Georgia's bigger than Florida over the last 10 years.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't think that's true.
I do think it's true. Now we're at a standstill.
Is it because you haven't beaten Georgia? Is that
partly?
Is that what you mean by that?
Partly.
So the players are more motivated to try to beat the team because they haven't beaten them?
That, plus also the team has been much better. The games have meant more, typically.
The stakes have been higher on what they could have been for us. But to me, that's just because Georgia's a good team. That's just a big game.
Proximity is closer. The recruiting battles are closer.
But in the sense of the word rivalry.
Kirby Smart's been a constant there, whereas Florida's had multiple coaches. I just think, to me, Georgia's passed Florida over the last 10 years in terms of rivalries. If I'm looking at just this current college football landscape and the players, I guarantee you the players care more about the Georgia game than they do the Florida game.
I think beating Florida in 22 springboarded you. I think beating them in 16 was obviously a huge, if you're talking last 10 years, you ended the streak in 2016. That's, I mean, program-wise, that's your biggest win outside of in the last decade, 22 Alabama.
I mean, the 16 Georgia win was just as big as a Florida win.
Now
you could say it's because of the dramatic
drama.
fashion, sure, but
Yeah.
I think beating Florida the way you beat Florida and the fact the game was at home and everything, like the 2015 Georgia win is iconic as the 2016 Florida win. In terms of just the way people replay it and stuff.
No, I disagree wholeheartedly. The 2015 Georgia win does not hold a candle to the 2016 Florida win.
Disagree. I think they're comparable.
No, I was in the stadium for both of them, and I can tell you the vibe after 2016 Florida was much greater. You ended a huge losing streak.
Well, that's also
you got a monkey off your back.
Well, also you
thought you did.
Well, also you were still undefeated versus you had some losses in the 2015 game. I'm talking about just the game in a vacuum, falling down 20 points and coming back in the Georgia game.
You fell down in both of them.
Yeah, and I think both of them. The next 40 minutes of the game coming back, I thought was pretty iconic for both of them.
I mean, vibes-wise, though, that 2015 Georgia didn't touch.
Okay, well, then vibes-wise, beating Georgia in 2016 was better for vibes than beating Florida in 2016.
No, it was close. It was similar.
Nope, the Hail Mary trumped it. Sorry, I was at both games.
Well, the drama of the game, I agree with you.
Right.
The Hail Mary, I mean, that's hard to beat,
Yep,
right? Like
that was at both
winning on
games.
the last play.
2016 Georgia.
Jawan Jennings, key factor in both.
He's a dog.
Nonetheless, it's still Florida, and you still got to have your team motivated to play that game. I'm sick of seeing us in moments of lack of motivation. And I know this narrative has developed this season of, Josh kind of looking sloppy. The team embodies their head coach. And I don't know how big of a narrative that is. I mean, some people believe it. But I want to see him maybe take it more seriously as from that angle. Not saying he doesn't take it seriously. I mean, I know the guy eats and breathes football, but you're making $10 million a year. There's no excuse for not having your team ready to play Florida.
Well, I think. See, you keep saying Florida. I think this would be the same for any SEC East team, especially, but any SEC team that's 3-7.
Well, that's fine. Any SEC game, you should expect your team is going to be ready to play,
right? And any game that you're going on the road against a 3-7 team that has 15 guys on the injury report and a lame duck coach, like I think you should. The pressure, you could tell me the pressure is amplified a little bit because it's Florida. Because I'm not an idiot. I do realize the history and the not winning at that place in 22 years matters a bit. But like to me, that's just a little bit. To me, the overall thing. If this was Kentucky, if this was Missouri, if this was Mississippi State or Vandy or whatever, if it's a 3-7 team and you're 7-3, you got to win this game.
Yeah, and I understand if your average 20-year-old player who's not from Tennessee doesn't understand the history of the rivalry. That's fine. I'm just saying it's on Heupel. He better damn well understand it,
Well, he said the right things in his press conference or his teleconference, or I don't know where the hell he said it, but he talked about the next two games and how they're both rivalries and how they both matter a lot to the fans. Like he did acknowledge that. So I do think he knows the Florida game carries a little bit more weight. But again, for me, it's just go beat a 3-7 team on the road. I tried to give Florida all this extra special credit, even if maybe they earned it in the the 90s and the 2010s, like, and they kicked their ass and all that. That's fine. I don't view them as that type of program anymore.
Well, they're clearly not.
This is the last time. This might be the last time I really give their football program any extra attention at all. If we can end this streak in the swamp, this might be the end of the rivalry for me. Not necessarily the end of like thinking they're terrible people and hating that fan base because of just personal experiences down there. But like the Florida Tennessee thing to me, it ends tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the sense of it being a great rivalry, that was basically just the 90s into the 2000s for a few years. And then Urban Meyer started to dominate it.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I think they drove you crazy in the 2010s because you couldn't beat them. Like, but that's gone. You're not going to be playing them every year. B, they shouldn't be dominating you anymore. Like, this is the last thing to kind of check off the box. Like, beat them in the swamp, end that streak. Let's go. Let's move on.
You can be done with Florida.
Yeah, and just kind of put it to rest.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But I think it's people's history of what they've seen. People are scared because it's just that name on the helmet. It's that Gator on the helmet. We've just seen so many times the way that we've invented new ways to lose games against Florida. It's just been a weird mental block over the years. But that's why I'm saying I'm trying to believe that Josh Heupel is not those other coaches, because we had the stretch where we couldn't beat them was the stretch where we had the worst coaches we've ever had, you know? And so I'm trying to believe that Josh Heupel's not that guy. That's my optimistic view of it.
Hour 1 in the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of Fan Run and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting
in a world
from
filled with
all across the
deadlines
country.
and
With their newly
screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Kind of sounds like Freaky Friday, the plot you were describing.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
No, that's what? Did you pay attention to Freaky Friday? That was about a mother and daughter switching roles.
Yeah, I thought that's kind of what you were.
No, Lindsay Lohan was in high school, and her mother, Jamie Lee Curtis, they switched spots, and they learned about each other's lives and how tough it is to be a mom and still care for your kids and be able to work and do all this stuff. And Jamie Lee Curtis learns it's tough to be in high school. It's tough, the pressures you feel as a girl. Like, in Jamie Lee Curtis, maybe I'm being a little tough on her. It is hard to be good at school and have a social life, and there are cute boys. And, well, I've been hard on this guy on a motorcycle. Now I'm kind of into him, and I'm an older mom, but I'm got a young woman's body. Do I give it a run? But I'm married, but also I'm not. I'm single. I don't want to mess this up for my daughter because she's got a good thing going. And Chad Michael Murray, he was a looker, I got to say, and he had that bike, and he was riding her around, and she felt alive. She felt things inside of her that she hadn't felt in a long time, but then she realized she has to go back and appreciate her husband at the same time.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
The moral of that story is you got to walk in somebody else's shoes. You know, you got to have empathy, and you got to realize and relate to people and be like, hey, is it easy living this life that this person's living? No, we all have our struggles, you know. Like, I don't know what it's like. You know, I used to be hard on you when you'd get out of bed late, but I don't know what it's like to roll 400. 450 pounds out on a 5'8" body, and just how it is to get here into school. Same as you don't know about what it's like being a bald man. You know, we all have our own struggles.
On 1340 WKGN.
I'm sorry.
Lil Dicky.
Hour number 2 kicking off in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. You don't see any big orange on me today because I got my new Inward Half hoodie on. Shout out to the boys over at Inward Half. What do you think, Sam? How'd I look in this black camo?
You look stealthy.
Okay, I was hoping you were going to say sexy, but all right. What do you think, Cody? How do I look in this black camo?
You definitely look like a guy who's listening to the top 10 podcast, The Huberman Lab.
Looks good.
Bubba, what do you think? How do I look in this black camo?
A floating head over there. Ah!
No, it only works if I was sitting next to black things. If I was like in the other room with like the sea of foam, like the radio foam we have, but you can see me on this big, you know, the orange backdrop. But either way, I got Bob Baskerville a nice vest.
Nice.
I got a vest too. I don't know if I'm a vest guy though. I'm gonna try it. If not,
is it camo too?
No, it's not. It's not camo. It's like tan. Looks good. But there was one left. Nobody else had the size. I was no one else there.
Bob loves a vest.
Well, that's what Todd said. He said, Bob will like this vest. I said, yeah, and Bob did love the vest. Go to inwardhalf.com, check out their new selection, pick you up something, support the people who support us. Great products. I love my Inward Half hoodie. Let's hit some hour 2 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thanks, John. If and when Lane Kiffin is hired as LSU's head coach, LSU is open to bringing in an interesting name on the staff, says CBS Sports' Matt Zenitz. If Kiffin is hired by LSU, sources tell CBS Sports LSU is open to bringing in one Ed Orgeron.
So that guy's he's got to come back and like coach the D-line.
You think Lane would let him be coordinator?
No.
You don't think Lane let him be defensive coordinator?
Why the hell did he let him be coordinator?
You don't think Coach Hoke would be a good defensive
Has he
coordinator?
ever been a coordinator? I've never.
Yeah.
Are you like when?
Coach O's been a coordinator, hasn't he?
I've always thought of him as either a head coach or a D-line coach. When has he ever been a coordinator? I'm not saying he hasn't. I just
he must have. Like if you wouldn't go straight position coach with with no experience at all to being a head coach, would you? Like there must have been a stint before he got the Ole Miss job.
The only time he has been a coordinator is he got to be the. Now I'd like to check to see if he was the only guy there being the coordinator at this time, but 2010 to 2013. So Lane let him be the USC's defensive coordinator when he got fired. That's the only time on his resume though that he's been a coordinator.
Well, I don't know what position he would have, but that would be interesting. You know, college football's better when Coach O is coaching.
Would Monty not have been at USC with him at that time? Monty went to USC too.
Yes,
So
Monty did go to USC.
So I don't even view Ed Orgeron as the defensive coordinator there.
Does it say he was like co-DC? Or?
I'm just looking at the Wikipedia. It says DC/D-line/recruiting coordinator.
Monty definitely went with him.
From 2010 to 2012, Monty was the assistant head coach at USC. That
but
was
not
his title.
But not defensive coordinator.
Yeah, but if Monty Kiffin's in the building,
he was in that defensive room.
Yeah.
But he was only there from 2012, so maybe Orgeron got to run
10 to 12.
Right. So right. But then he quit or was gone in 12, and then so maybe Ed Orgeron was the main defensive coordinator in 2013 when Kiffin got fired.
The year Kiffin got fired.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think of Orgeron as a coordinator at all. I think of him just as a defensive line guy, recruit you there, and be like a recruiting ace and just a motivator.
I just think the sport is better when Coach O is around.
Yeah, I know. If I'm Kiffin, I wouldn't let him run my defense. That's what I was getting at.
He's got that guy at Ole Miss, Pete
Golding.
Something Golding, is that his name?
Pete Golding's his defensive coordinator.
Yeah. He seems to like that guy.
Yeah, but
that guy's been pretty good.
Isn't Golding the one with the weird Ole Miss contract?
I think they just signed him to a big extension.
I'd have to go see it.
Season. What do you mean, like the weird contract?
Yeah, I'd have to go see it because I want to say it was Golding, but I might be wrong. But basically, like when I saw Ole Miss reporters talking about coaches that would leave, I want to say it was Golding. They're like Golding would not be one of those guys. And matter of fact, like his contract is like pretty ironclad to Ole Miss because they think so highly of him. Let me see if I can find it. But either way,
he's the second highest paid assistant coach in college football this year.
Right. Like I think it would almost be like hey, John Summerall, if we hired you, like Golding's your defensive coordinator type of thing. But I don't know. I'll see what I can find. All right, Cody, next headline, please.
Well, Butch Jones was going through it last night. Did you see the clip of him screaming in frustration as he walked off the field?
Yeah.
That looked like a man who maybe needs to just go ahead and retire, or at least, when you have that kind of anger, would you not do something about it?
He still got that competitive spirit, though. And that end of the game was weird. Now, I think he blew it. I think, look, Butch Jones is not a very good coach when it comes to doing things. I do still think, like, Arkansas State, it does seem like he can kind of build a culture and kind of build the system of a program. But, like, actually coaching in a game, he sucks at. Like, they were trying to score to win the game, and he had a timeout, and they're all of a sudden 30 seconds. It's ticking. It's only down to like 14 seconds before they run a play. And then like he runs a play, and instead of calling that last timeout, he runs up and spikes it, and it gets down to 7 seconds. Then they get a pass interference that puts them on the 2-yard line, with basically 2 seconds left. And then they get a weird ruling where it kind of looked like Arkansas State scored to win, but the refs came out and said, nope, didn't score, game over. And then he's running off the field just mad as hell. Just like losing his mind.
Would you not take a step back, though, like after you cool off and be like, why am I this worked up about an Arkansas State football game? Or is coaching football just coaching football?
He's that worked up because he's trying to get the damn Arkansas job. He's trying to get out of there. But also, like, I guess he's competitive. I don't know.
He looked crazy.
No, he looks crazy. And his meltdown was maybe as bad as ever. As he's just kind of yelling to himself and then looks at the refs, I think, and says it's every game. And then like it does kind of just wash over him. But yeah, here's what I was talking about last headline, Sam, from On3, OM Spirits. I guess that's Ole Miss's website down there. The editor was writing about some coaches. Kevin Smith is obvious. I was told GM Billy Glasscock and other assistants, Randall Joyner and Charlie Weiss, would be among the coaches who would go with him. Pete Golding, Joe Judge, Jake Schneehofer, and Brian Brown are among those likely to hang around. Actually, there's no likely with Golding. He has a contract unique to Ole Miss, and he has already told Kiffin twice he won't be going with him anywhere should he leave. So that's what like their Brent Hubbs or Austin Price or whomever said. Didn't really go into the details of what made the contract unique, but said he has a contract unique to Ole Miss and has told Kiffin twice he ain't leaving. So I guess Golding would kind of hang around. So it does feel like if Lane takes this LSU job, he will be looking for a defensive coordinator.
Maybe they just promote him to head coach like Tennessee baseball did.
I don't think that'll happen, but we'll see. Like I said last night, it did seem like the momentum had kind of shifted to where people thought LSU and Lane Kiffin are quickly headed towards a marriage.
Really?
Yep.
Who is just like
An
reputable
LSU,
people?
An LSU writer.
Do you remember the name?
Nope, but I can get it for you. 1 second.
Because there's a couple of those guys down there that are pretty reputable. There's the one guy that went national.
Mike Scarborough.
Okay, I don't know him, but
Mike Scarborough is the owner, publisher, and recruiting analyst at TigerBait.com.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I mean, Tiger Bait, they call it the number one source for LSU news. I feel like I've seen Tiger Bait plenty of times, but
yeah, I want to say that's their 247 or one of those,
I didn't know
outlets.
if maybe it was like Vol Nation or something like that, but he put out last night, source LSU with all the Kiffin momentum. Things with LSU and Kiffin are beginning to heat up, and people from that were saying that he and Jimmy Sexton were in Baton Rouge trying to get stuff finished last night was what the part of the report was, I believe.
If I was an LSU reporter, I would call my bits of news Tiger droppings.
They have a website called that.
They do?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I thought of that. Maybe I've seen that before.
Yeah. I think maybe that's the Vol Nation equivalent, the Tiger droppings. Maybe I've seen that one before.
It's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Tigers, Auburn is giving quarterback Deuce Knight his first start against Mercer Saturday. So the headline there would be likely that Deuce Knight will be starting probably against Alabama next week.
Okay.
Interim coach DJ Durkin made the announcement Thursday. Did you know that DJ Durkin was the interim coach at Auburn?
I did know that just because people made jokes. Because it was shortly after Brian Kelly got fired, then DJ Durkin gets promoted to interim, and everyone's like, we had a week where we didn't have a murderer as a head coach in the SEC, but now DJ Durkin's in charge.
Yeah. They gave Ashton Daniels he's skipping the game to preserve a year of eligibility, so I lied to you. So he's going to come back next week because he can still play the Alabama game. But by not playing the Mercer game, he preserves a year of eligibility.
Nice.
I guess because you can play 4.
You can play 4, yeah.
So Ashton Daniels expected to return next week against Alabama, not this Deuce Knight kid. So we'll see if they can win the Iron Bowl. And in college basketball, results from last evening, Purdue held off Memphis 80-71. That was a close game in the Baha Mar Championship. Number 1 seemed to be in trouble for quite a while with Memphis, but Purdue held on to win. And also St. John's beat Bucknell 97-49. Houston beat Ryder 91-45. We play Houston next week.
Let's get it. I'm pumped for that one.
Yeah, is that the biggest thing on your sports calendar for the foreseeable future? It's not bigger than the Florida game, is it?
It's not bigger than the Florida game, but I'm more excited to watch it than the Florida game. Is that a fair distinction? I'm not excited to watch us play Florida.
Yeah, I think I'm there with you, which is kind of sad.
The Florida game matters more. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, for the overall, of course.
It matters more. Don't get me wrong. But I am not excited. I'm not looking forward to watching that game tomorrow, but I am looking forward to Tennessee Rutgers maybe more than I am Tennessee Florida, but definitely Tennessee Houston.
The Florida game will elicit more emotion from the fan base, but yeah, it's more of a let's see where we're at against a really good team in college basketball versus a let's hope we can hold off a 3-7 football team.
Yeah, precisely.
Yep.
Any other headlines?
That'll do.
I got one for you that needs to be mentioned.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
Go ahead, you can give it to
15 minutes. Time for me to I forget. Jemiah Mashak made his NBA debut last night and scored 6 points. You said
hit 2 threes. He was out there pulling threes. He got in. He said, "Hey, I don't know if the Grizzlies have further brainwashed him, if it's a continuation of what Rick Barnes was telling him or whatever." But Jemiah Mashak played 6 minutes, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to shoot 4 threes. I'm going to get this ball. Every time I get a chance to shoot, I am going to shoot." And he went 2 for 4, hit 2 threes, grabbed 2 rebounds, got the game ball. The fans were excited to see him, but the players were very pumped for him. Jemiah Mashak always gets credit for just being such a great person and like a person people root for. So I think it spilled over with his teammates. They already love him, but they made sure to get the ball for him, and he's taking the game ball home after scoring his first buckets.
Who were they playing?
They were playing the Sacramento Kings. They killed the Sacramento Kings. The Kings are maybe in the worst position in the entire NBA. They're not the worst team per se, but they are the worst situation because it just seems really bleak there. But they're terrible, and the Grizzlies got to kind of take out some frustrations on them.
Amon Shumpert.
Long gone. Amon Shumpert. He's long gone, but
I don't think I could name another Sacramento King.
Yeah, of all time?
Right.
No, come on. You could name a Sacramento King of all time, surely.
I don't think I could. We're
going to sit here until you do it, so.
You're going to have to help me. Initials?
No initials.
Well, we're going to have to sit here because I don't think
You can't name any from their old teams that were so good?
When were they good?
I mean, they made the conference finals in 2002, maybe?
Let's see if I can use some context clues.
One of the more famous basketball players of your lifetime, and maybe it's more of an infamous basketball player of your lifetime. A couple
Ron Artest.
Well, he did play for them. I was going to say a couple of their most iconic players are infamous, but yeah, Ron Artest was there for a little bit.
But there's like one guy that obviously like everyone would know that I should get.
I mean, anyone, maybe your age, maybe this is that cutoff. I always talk about that 3 years is kind of big for certain things. Maybe this is big for me, but you're a little too young for it because 2002 you're not really paying attention. But the name I will tell you, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know that guy. He's very infamous.
Well, don't tell me. I want to guess, but I need some help.
His career, you'll think of him more as a college basketball player for 2 reasons.
Big guy, small guy.
He was a bigger guy.
A bigger guy.
And when I say bigger, I just mean taller.
Where did he play college ball?
I feel like if I give you that, you'll get it.
Let's see.
Michigan.
Was he in the Fab Five?
He was.
Okay. Let's see. You had Juwan Howard.
Is that the only people you can name in the damn Fab Five?
No, there's others. There's 2 other famous ones. It's early in the morning, I didn't sleep much last night. I only got 3 hours last night. Chris Webber.
There you go, Chris Webber.
Okay. Yeah,
called the timeout.
It took me a minute.
He's infamous for calling the timeout, and they didn't have one.
Yeah,
costing them a big NCAA tournament game.
Yeah.
Jalen Rose.
Yeah, he's on ESPN.
Yeah.
Jackie Boy's favorite, DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, I was doing Fab Five at that point.
I know he wasn't in the Fab Five.
He was in the Fab Five, but he is a Sacramento King. Ray Jackson and Jimmy King.
So Chris Webber's their most famous player?
I mean, he was the best player. He was the best player at the school. And he was the best player in the NBA. I mean, Chris Webber was pretty damn good in the NBA. I want to say he was the number 1 pick in the draft. I mean, he was really good.
Sacramento's always been that team for me that's just like, I don't know why. Why do they exist?
Well, they probably feel the same way because it took them a long, long time in between playoff wins, and they are kind of in the middle of, or they were the victim of maybe one of the biggest scandals. Where that's the NBA ref that got caught gambling and was trying to do all this snitching. You know, he was talking about how the NBA rigged the playoff series against the Lakers. And if you do go back and watch game 6 of that series, it was pretty one-sided where they just let the Lakers shoot 50 free throws to give them a chance to go to game 7 to beat Sacramento in Sacramento.
Speaking of shooting a bunch of free throws last night, how about the Vol basketball boys? Did you see our numbers? Free throws last night?
We shoot a bunch.
31 of 35.
How about that? Good job by the boys.
Good night at the stripe. I was listening to Mike Keith. The reason I know that is because I put it on the radio.
Let's talk a little bit about that after the break.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that after the break. I want to hear your thoughts on Mike Keith as well after the break. Stick with us right here on Fan Run Radio.
Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Is that old tree in your yard starting to lean a little too much? Branches hanging over your roof? Don't wait until it's too late. Call ECR Total Landscapes today. At ECR Total Landscapes, we specialize in safe, professional tree removal, trimming, and storm damage cleanup. So if you've got trees that need to go, now is the time to give us a call. Plus, we're offering free stump grinding now through the end of the year when you use or mention promo code FANRUN. That's right, free stump grinding for Fan Run Radio listeners. At ECR Total Landscapes, we live up to our name by offering total landscape services. In addition to tree cutting, we also offer a wide range of landscape installation services and custom monthly maintenance packages that create stunning outdoor spaces tailored to your vision. Give us a call today to schedule a free estimate at 865-384-2012 or just visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at knoxvilleinsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Well, I was wanting Cody's thoughts on the basketball game, but he left. He's gone. I don't know if he's headed to the beach or what.
Not again.
Not again. Which, I got bad news. I cannot find the Money Monster costume anywhere.
Oh, God.
I can't find it anywhere. The audience keeps asking for the Money Monster. I can't find it. Now, 2 weeks ago, Cody was gone. Last week, Sam had the poopies. So, our Fridays kind of got thrown upside down a little bit. So it wasn't like I was really looking for it, but I was looking for it this morning. I can't find it.
You lose a lot of things.
I do. I am a little bit of a scatterbrain when it comes to that. I will acknowledge that. I used to lose my wallet all the time in like high school. All the time. One time I lost it and it had like $500 in it. And like in high school, that's obviously like a huge deal. Maybe it was like $200, but either way, that's a pretty big deal.
I give it back to you. I found a wallet with $500 in it.
And when I finally found it, it was on like my basement step. And I was like, how the hell is this on the basement step? I don't ever go in the basement. I was so confused.
I'd give it back to you with 300 in it.
I think that'd be fair. I saw a story yesterday. You know, these Instagrams, you never know what's real, what's not. But it's like talking about some storage wars guy. He's like bought a storage one time that had $7.2 million or $7.5 million in cash. But he negotiated with the owners and got, gave them the money back, but they let him keep $1.2 million. And I was like, you know what? That's completely fair.
Finder's fee.
And also, like, I think somebody would kill you over $7.5 million if they knew you had it. So, like,
and I think those people were probably glad to get $6 million back that they thought they had lost.
Yeah, it feels like a win-win. Now, It begs the question as to why they would leave $7.5 million in a storage and then not pay for the
who's
unit.
got $7.5 million in a storage container
without paying for it, like without going and like, making sure that it's not like paid in full for like years in advance. But I think it's completely fair to be like, hey, if I find a wallet that has $500, I'll give you $3 back. I'd be like, you know what? Better than having zero hundreds.
You thought it was gone, so
that was a long 2 weeks though in high school. I remember that. I looked for that wallet. I looked for it. I guess it's gone. Somebody stole it from me, and then boom, just one day I'm walking down the basement steps. I'm like, how the hell is that thing there?
I very rarely lose things.
Yeah,
there might be something to that with like your mental makeup.
Yeah,
like just the way you. Like some people are more prone to certain things than others,
I'm not very organized. Like I'm
not either.
I wasn't very organized growing up, and yeah, I mean, I drove my mom crazy growing up. I mean, just asking where stuff is. I mean, like it'd always be somewhere. Like, I mean, I always constantly asking, like, "Where's you seen this? You moved this? No, I haven't touched." Like, yeah, you have, and then I'd end up finding it.
Well, my friend Miles is like that too. He loses all kinds. He always. I mean, it never fails. He leaves his keys or he leaves his wallet or something. You and him share that in common. I don't know.
Maybe it's a ball thing.
Things like wallet and keys, like they go in the exact same place for me every single day.
Yeah. Well, I think I just always prioritize those because it's like before you go somewhere, there wallet, keys, phone, wallet, keys, phones in. Like I know there's 4 things that I must have that are absolute essentials that I can't function without. Like you got to have your phone, you got to have your wallet, you got to have your keys, and you got to have your Zen.
I haven't gotten better at it really because A, I don't have to have a car key. B, my wallet, I just leave it everywhere. Like I have spots, Sam, but it sounds like you have one spot. I have
one spot.
I have like 4 spots. So like there'll be times where I'm like, I don't see it here, I don't see it there. I was like, it must be there. Like, and then there'll just be times where it'll go, and then like now it'll be like somewhere in my car or like in a hoodie somewhere or something, or like in a pair of pants. But like there'll be plenty of times I come here and I'm like, don't have my wallet, which it drives people crazy because like you pay for my stuff, I'll Venmo you.
For the wallet though, that one's always been weird to me because like. You have to have it to have money.
You don't anymore. Either A, you can have somebody pay for it, you can Venmo them, or B, this damn Apple Pay. There's plenty of times where I'm like, I could just, if I need to get food and I don't have my wallet, I'll just order Chick-fil-A. It's got my card information saved on it. I need to go to the gas station. I can use my phone Apple Pay.
See, I'm still behind the times.
Yeah,
that's a slippery slope. Have you seen the new stuff where it's like you can get your passport on your phone?
I'd seen
it's too far.
I'd seen people talking about it.
Too far.
It does drive me crazy that I can't have my ID on my phone, though. It does, because one time I was trying to drink margaritas on a Friday with my 2 ladies, and I didn't have my wallet, and I was like, "Bro, I'm clearly 21, and I don't know." He was like, "I'm sorry, man," and he was like, then we had a whole miscommunication because, like I said, I was trying to drink margaritas. I was at a Spanish restaurant, so like we're having a little bit of a miscommunication here. And he's like, "Can you show me anything?" Because like he went to ask the boss. He's like, "Man, this guy's 21." The boss is like, "No." So he's like, "Can you show me anything?"
Did
on
you have
your
a
phone?
hat on?
I took my hat off. He's like, "Come on, bro." I was like, "I'm clearly 21. Look at the bags under my eyes. Look at the hairline."
Could have passed for 41.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
Although I have last time I was at the football game. Watching the Oklahoma game, the guy that sold me booze double checked my ID. It's like, "Bro, there's no way you're 35.
Oh, that's nice.
And he's like, I thought, because I just kind of freshly shaven for Halloween. He's like, I thought you were like in your early 20s. And I was like,
what
man,
a sweet guy.
I said, what a guy. I said, I appreciate you. So I'll have you know, I did have a hat on, but I was like, I'll have you know, he thought I was in my early 20s. But, damn, what was I just talking about?
Margaritas.
Yeah. So then he's like, can you show
phone?
me anything on your phone? So I thought he was saying like, so I was like, yeah, sure. And
Here's
I held
a picture of me in high school in 1997.
Well, I held up just a picture, an email that had nothing on it. And he like looked at it like, you going to show me something? And I was like, I thought you meant just literally show you this so you could tell your boss that I showed you.
Like for the cameras.
Yeah, like I thought that was for the cameras. I was like, I don't have it. But I did actually find my ID. I had taken a picture.
And he's like, yeah, email.
Yeah, like exactly. He's like, what is that? I was like, my bad. I thought you literally meant show you anything on your phone. But I had set my ID like to some verification thing, maybe for like DraftKings or something a long time ago. So I was able to find it. But by then I didn't actually want the margarita, but it was a damn thing of principle. I sat there and scrolled. But during that time, I was like, it's really dumb that I can't just have a verified ID on my phone.
See, that's what Apple's banking on. They're gonna have everything.
They
People
have everything.
in Japan already do that. They've got
it.
like chips in their hands that have all their information saved, and they can just go to any store, restaurant, whatever, and they just put their palm up to a little reader and it
like
just charges your bank account.
Well, I saw some that were
That's
doing that
way
for
too
work,
far.
like as like your badge to get into work and stuff. Like, I mean,
hate that.
We've already bent the knee to big tech. I don't care if they have my ID on the phone. They have everything else. They have my search history. They have everything. They have my bank account information. What's the ID going to do?
I don't know. It could open you to identity theft.
Sure, but like there are times where you need your wallet and don't have it, so like it needs an ID. So I would like to be able to show it on my phone and be like, look, here you go.
I've used the Apple ID a couple, or the Apple what do they call it? The Apple Pay. I've used it a couple of times, but I'm pretty behind the times on most of it. I don't even order.
Scott doesn't even know how to mute his damn notifications in a group chat.
I don't even order stuff on Amazon, and like that's a thing that people are like, "What? You don't?" I've never ordered anything. Like I go to the store. If I need something, I just go to the store. I didn't.
Are you going like local business, or are you going like Walmart?
Wherever, whatever.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're going to like small local businesses, people would say that was good. But if you're just going to a big corporation like Walmart and going and wading
I go to
through
Walmart
that
all
mess,
the time.
But
if I need something, like I've never really gotten the allure of the online ordering.
You're almost gonna have to kill me to get me to go into Walmart at this point. I've got zero interest in going there. And
I mean, I don't really like it.
I don't mind going to stores. I still like going to the mall and like walking around. But
you'd have to kill me to go to the mall. I'd rather go to Walmart than the
I
mall.
hate Walmart. No, I'm not going to Walmart for pretty much anything. But to go to the mall, walk around, get a couple free samples, smell some stuff.
You can't get that Chinese food in there. They do have that good Chinese food.
Shopping for clothes, I still kind of like going in and looking at it in person, but I'm completely content.
The only
with
time I ever
stuff.
go to the mall is when I break my phone screen. I go to the Indian at the little kiosk.
Sure.
And he helps me with the you break, I fix.
Yeah.
Or whatever, something like that. But that's the only time I ever go to the mall. That and this time of the year, if I'm I'll go to Belk and see if I can do a little Christmas shopping maybe. But my mom, she ordered a bunch of stuff the other day from Amazon, and she was telling me last night how nothing was right, and she's like, yeah, these shirts I ordered, they don't fit right, so I'm gonna have to send them back. And that just sounds like such a pain in the ass to me.
Sure,
to have to send it back, to mail something back to Amazon, then you got to go fill out the thing and try to get your credit back and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm old school, but I'd just rather just go to the store. You can try it on there, make sure it works, and then you bring it home.
Well, you are old school. You were riding around listening to the Vols on the radio yesterday.
It's true.
I'm curious, what have been the reviews so far from Mike Keith and Chris Lofton? What are your reviews?
Well,
what do you feel about them?
I mean, I liked what I heard. I thought, now Lofton, he doesn't seem very, he's not real broadcast trained. He doesn't sound like a major professional on the radio like we do, of course, with all of our years of experience. But I liked their banter. I got to hear a little personality from John Wilkerson, which you don't get to hear much, because he's kind of the consummate professional. But they were joking around about going to Vegas, and Lofton was asking, he's like, yo, John, when you're out there, can you put down some money on roulette for me? And John's like, yeah, I got you. And Chris Lofton was like, now I can trust you, can't I, John? You're not gonna do me dirty, are you? And John Wilkerson's like, no, you can trust me. Put it on 5. Sorry, Chris. And I don't know. They were joking around.
Yeah.
Mike Keith was like, I've known this guy for 40 years. And he was getting in on it. He's like, I don't trust either one of you. They had a little banter, you know.
Well, I'd heard that Keith was pretty rough in the first couple of games, which is to be expected. I mean, his first time doing basketball in a long, long time. And I'd heard that Lofton wasn't very good, but I haven't actually listened for myself. So I was curious what the audience's take was, and I trust your take listening to the radio.
I thought Lofton was pretty raw, but I liked Keith's pacing from what I heard. But I think Mike Keith is probably looking at this as like, you know, these first 5 games are his kind of warm-up.
Preseason.
Same as the team.
Yeah, there's preseason. Same
you
thing.
know, he'll get better as the games get more important. Like, I want to hear his excitement in the big games.
Mike Keith is a professional. I have no doubt that he will figure it out. You know, like I thought his first couple of football games was a little clunky on the calls. He was trying to figure out what his touchdown call was going to be. But once he settled into touchdown, Big Orange, like it sounded great. Like, he's trying to do touchdown Tennessee. It wasn't really working, but he went with Big Orange. Boom, he's a professional. He knows what the hell he's doing. So I have confidence he'll get good at basketball. I am a little bit worried about Lofton just because I didn't really think of him, judging by what I've seen of him in interviews, when I've talked to him ourselves on the radio here. Like, he's just not – he's not got that super glowing personality. Not saying he has a bad personality, but, like, it's not over the top. It's not maybe necessarily built for radio.
Well, last night he was showing a little, just from what I heard, they're talking about going to Vegas. I mean, to me, that's showing a little personality for what they do. You know? Like, they're not talking about, hookers, dead hookers or anything, but they're talking about, like, you know, kind of Vegas on a base level, you know. They're not going deep into the heart of the desert with it.
I'll say the same thing we said about Keith, though. Like, I have confidence that Keith's a professional. Like, we know that he's going to put the work in. We know he's going to be good at it. I assume Lofton will put the work in and will get good. And it's also his 5th game ever, too. So, like, you got to give him grace and time to kind of figure it out as well. But I was just curious what your take was. What about you, Sam, when it comes to just what you saw on the basketball court last night?
I thought it was good. You know, I thought after maybe starting slow for the first few games, I thought Tennessee did a pretty good job of coming out there and kind of setting the tone. Amari Abram obviously kind of getting that start with Boswell a little bit banged up, and I thought he had a nice performance as well. So, I think you're starting to kind of see some of the pieces fall into place there. Didn't have the greatest shooting night from Gillespie, but I still feel like he's doing enough just to be able to go out there and kind of be a multi-level scorer. I think a little bit more consistently maybe throughout the season than we might be able to rely on, like a Zakai from last year. So I don't know. I've got hopes for this team, but still feel like, they're still yet to hit their ceiling, obviously.
Are you worried about the shooting?
A little. I'd just like to see better shooting from Nate, to be quite honest with you.
Well, 3 for 13 last night between Nate and Gillespie. Now, I still kind of like what we said about Keith. Like, I've seen Gillespie hit college basketball shots. I've seen him shoot college basketball threes at a high level on a good team against good teams. So, like, this isn't him stepping up a level in competition, which, I mean, you could say that going from the Big Ten to the SEC is a step up. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not like going from North Florida or Northern Colorado or anything like that, like we've seen with Connect and Chaz Lanier. Like, Gillespie's played big time basketball. I trust his averages; they're legit. Nate, we haven't seen him do it in college, so maybe he's a little bit more like Lofton in that sense of like, hey, I know you're a stud athlete. I know you got dedication, you got work ethic. It'll all work out. Blah blah blah. I have more confidence Gillespie will figure it out, but like, amen. I want to see a nice, like, hot streak coming up because, his 3-point shooting is nowhere near the level I think any of us thought it was going to be.
I'm bracing for impact for him just laying an absolute egg against Houston. They're going to rough him up bad.
It feels that I agree. Like, it feels like that's and maybe long-term it's the best thing that could happen to him.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, if I'm Rick Barnes, like, maybe I'm happy we're playing Houston because, hey, maybe we win, but if we lose, maybe they humble and kind of, show this guy what it's going to take to be a stud and like show him what the best defense in the country can do and show him what his holes in his game are. Because so far we haven't played anybody, and it's still come easy for him. The shooting hasn't been there, but like, look, the points have still come. Like, he's still averaging 18.8 points a game, which I think we all would say would be a successful season if his average is around there. Right now, of course, the competition is going to step up, and he's going to have to play better. But
let's hope that Nate is one of these guys who's just kind of a gamer, and like, the bigger the competition, the bigger the game he wants to play. Like. That's my hope for him, is like he's just kind of going through the motions like, yeah, we're playing Tennessee State. Like, watch me against Houston, bro.
Well, I really think that has a chance of being the case, right? Like, I mean, I think if we had to bet on something, I think when you have a prospect the level of Dalton Connect and, the level of Nate Ament, I would imagine that he has played big AAU games and played like his peers, and like we'll go up a level when it comes that time. I was looking up Dalton Connect's game log to just refresh my memory, which is why I said his name. But I feel like his start of his career was kind of similar. Now, maybe the shooting was a little bit better, but like it wasn't until the North Carolina game when that competition raised and you went on the road to North Carolina. That was his first like explosion, excluding the exhibition.
It was, but Dalton Connect also was a grown man.
He was.
And sometimes I think which I know in college basketball, it's different than college football, like from a physicality standpoint. Like, a freshman can make a bigger impact in college basketball than they can football. But I do think sometimes we kind of forget, like, how young 18 is. You know what I mean? Like, it takes – there's a ton of growth from 18 to, like, 23.
I don't disagree.
And it's so different.
I don't disagree, but I do think that Dalton Connect was not a grown man in the sense of college basketball. He had never played at that level. So like, I do still think there was an acclimation period for him.
No, but just the maturity level, your body, your whole demeanor, like it's still so different.
I know, but I just
Dalton's still hanging out with some sorority girls, so I don't know if he's the most mature guy out there.
Well, either way, but we're talking about his game, Bubba, not him trying to run around with some nice young women. There's nothing wrong with that. They're over 18, Bubba. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but the mental part too. But like, I notice it driving the kids around. Like, the seniors, you can talk to them.
Yeah.
Like the freshman kids, I'm like, Jesus, these kids are stupid. Like, you forget how much impact I think 4 to 5 years makes at that age.
You do, but at the same time, I do think certain guys are special. Like we talked about with David Sanders too. Like, David Sanders has been really good when he's played. Like he does look like the grown man. He's out there playing at a pretty high level as a freshman. Like
he is,
and he's the 5-star. Like, that's what Nate Ament's supposed to be. And plus, like, his game should be more grown up because, like I said, he's played, at some big AAU games, some big, like, he's been under a microscope the same way like LeBron James came in under a microscope. He was
it's crazy when you look at what LeBron did.
Right, but like, he was different as an 18-year-old coming in, not only physically, but like mentally, like the stuff he had to handle. Like, I'm not saying Nate is LeBron, but he's closer to LeBron than your random 18-year-old frat guy you're picking up drunk at the bar. Like, mentally is what I'm saying. Like, so
well, we don't know that though. Like, for as talented as they are as like a basketball player, as a prospect, I mean, there's so much more that goes into it than just, physical talent. Like,
I know, but I'm taking into account, I'm assuming that just being, I mean, like, he's had a team around him. Like, they've been molding him for success. Like, I mean, like, he's out, and was he not in Rwanda? Was he not like overseas doing this big tour with
he's
Adidas
got
or was it Reebok? I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some life experience. I'm just saying, like,
so I think that grows him up though compared to the average 18-year-olds. What I'm
and maybe so, and maybe he will be one of those guys. But I just think they're kind of few and far between. Like,
sure,
a lot of times you think you're getting this supremely talented guy coming in and he's just going to make an immediate impact. And like, we did it with Nico to an extent, Now
Nico, I think, but see, look, to me, and maybe this is just me playing the results or whatever, but like, I think there were plenty of questions about Nico and the way he carried himself when he was showing up everywhere wearing damn pajama pants. You know what I mean?
Well, we never talked about it though when he was.
No,
I mean,
but I think because we're trying to be positive, we're trying to look for that. But like, I mean, I think looking back on it, like, he didn't come in here polished by any means. Like, he didn't come in here as his own person. Like, I don't know what Nate Ament's parents look like.
I mean, he seems to be very well put together and mature and everything. But I'm just saying, like, the difference in like him and a Dalton Connect, like no matter what the talent difference is, Dalton came in as a grown man.
Sure. But I was just saying, even Dalton Connect got off to somewhat of a slow start starting. But like, I don't want to know what my 5-star freshman's parents look like. I don't want to know what anybody's parents look like when they go to college until like it becomes like I was fine with, Meshach's mama because, she's getting some tweets off, but it wasn't like she was like a helicopter parent sitting there like babysitting. Like,
no, she's a nice lady.
Yeah.
Albert Amon's in the Wayne State Hall of Fame.
Really?
He played basketball.
The Wayne State?
Yeah.
Where the hell's that?
I'm going to guess Indiana.
It does sound like Indiana.
Well, I'm just thinking of Fort Wayne.
But I'm just saying like
Detroit.
Close enough.
I know it's like Cody said, he's very well put together. Like it does seem like he come from a good background. His parents are involved and all that. But like my point was they're just not hanging around the program. Like being a helicopter parent, like Nico's dad was. So like you combine his dad always being there and those damn pajamas. Like I think it was fair that we were getting a 5-star kid that you were hoping like morphed into something. Whereas like Nate, I think I thought more of as a 5-star come here, boom, get ready to go. And he might be. We'll see. That's what's so exciting to me about this Rutgers and Houston game in this upcoming stretch, because there is a chance he flips the switch like Dalton Connect did once he got to North Carolina.
How crazy is it that a guy used to be able to go straight out of high school and like LeBron James to just completely skip the college at all? And like you go straight to the NBA.
Well, that's why he's the GOAT, because he
like as big as the difference is from high school to college.
Well, not
like think then college to professional.
Well, not only that, like Kobe did that, but Kobe it took Kobe a couple years to become an NBA player, like to become an actual like good player.
How long did it take LeBron?
I mean, LeBron was pretty damn good as a rookie.
When was his first I guess big moment that you'd
first big moment? I mean, I remember being there from the very beginning, watching him play the Kings on opening night, and that felt like a big moment. But like, he finished 9th in the MVP race as a 19-year-old rookie.
To go in and score buckets,
he averaged 21 points as the face of a team, as the savior of a team. 21 points and 6 assists.
That's pretty crazy when you think about it. 19 years old against 30-year-old NBA players,
yeah.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah, like for comparison's sake, and it's not fair because it's a different time. I get that, and he's like different body wise, and he would have been a year older. But like Kobe came out of high school. Kobe's first year, 7 points a game. Played 15 minutes. Now by the second year, he was an all-star and got 6th man of the year or he finished runner up 6th man of the year and averaged 15 points a game. So like he took a step forward, as greats do. But very rarely do those high school players come in and be great from the get-go.
Well, to even be able to physically too, for LeBron to come in and be able to do that
that's the difference. Is he already looked like a grown man.
It's pretty insane. There probably won't be another guy like that, right? To come in like that young.
To me, it's just LeBron and Tiger, man.
Yeah, but golf is,
No, but Tiger Woods was a prodigy too. Like Tiger Woods, they had him on damn talk shows as a 4-year-old. And then as he's growing up, he's the next big thing. He's the savior, and he lived up to all the hype and exceeded it. It's crazy that Tiger and LeBron had all the hype in the world, and both of them exceeded it.
That's a different conversation, but I just mean the physicality standpoint. Golf is obviously you're playing for yourself. You're not playing.
You just mean being physically imposing, being able to take
to
that.
Be able to play with other NBA players is crazy.
Sure. We'll catch a break. We'll come back. We'll continue the conversation on the other side. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Back on the program. Tennessee basketball, no real takeaways. JP Estrella, the injury updates is kind of what Ryan Shumpert put out. Bone bruise.
Ow, my bones.
He'll be out there when he's out there.
You ever notice a blemish on your face and wonder where it came from, like a scar?
I got this skin tag that popped up like 4 years ago on the side of my face. I'm sure you see it all the time. And I don't know where the hell it came from.
Normally those like fade away over time.
I don't know. Do they?
I've had them before and then they went away.
Oh.
Like a skin tag.
I had one on
It's a weird thing to have.
I had one pop up on my eye like right before my stepsister's wedding. I had to go get cut off. So it didn't fade away. I had to go get it cut off. So I assume I got to get this one cut off. But it popped up pretty much out of nowhere. Like I didn't have it up until like I was 30.
I don't like that name.
Yeah, it's gross.
What, skin tag?
Yeah.
They're gross too, the way that the little flimsy,
it is gross.
They just kind of wiggle. It's just like it's not a mole, but
it feels weird. Like it's not big enough to where it doesn't bother me to the point where I need to go get it cut off. But if I'm ever in the dermatologist again for something else, I'll be like, hey, could you just go ahead and knock that off? I don't want to go do a whole appointment for it. But I don't like it.
I used to have one of those on my neck, and it just
over
time it just disappeared.
I remember you had one on your neck.
It just disappeared. I've had things like that. Like, you ever have a wart that eventually just goes away?
No.
I've had a wart before that just went away.
Very rarely have I had warts, and if I did, I had to let a cat lick it to get rid of it.
Well, that is what you're supposed to do. That's why Bubba doesn't have any warts.
I've never heard that in my life.
To let a cat lick your warts?
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up, bro. They got certain germs in their mouth that
pinch it with floss or something until it turns black. The lack of blood circulation
starts bleeding.
Falls off.
You could have just had a cat lick you.
Yeah.
I can't do that to my cats, man.
Like, I've had warts on my fingers before, but they're completely gone. I mean, there's no rim.
Do you bite them?
Is that rain?
I think it is.
I wondered what you guys were looking at over there.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's pouring.
These guys never seen rain before.
It's just loud.
Yeah, it is loud.
Well, I think it's just going from talking about cats licking warts off to hearing just.
Yeah. But I was talking about, I've got this.
You have to do that.
I was away from the mic. I forgot to hit the button, though. I don't have a sneeze
It
button.
picked up in my mic, too, I'm sure.
Well, I don't have a sneeze button. I've only got a cough button. I've got this little, it's like an indention on my cheek, and it looks like a little scar, like kind of right next to my eye. And I just noticed it. I'm like, and now I feel it. I feel this little hole, and it's like a scar, but I have no idea where it came from. I have no idea how long it's been there or what. It must be something from when I was a kid or something. I got a cut or something, you know.
The only time that's really happened, I know where all my scars came from. Like, boom, this one I fell into a coffee table. Actually, no, this one I got tackled into the edge table when me and my brother were playing football in the house.
Ooh.
That almost got me good. Temple just sliced. This
painful.
one goes all the way across my forehead. I fell into a coffee table when I was like 3.5 on that one running through the house.
You've got two separate scars from when you fell into tables?
Yeah. One of them I got
Is there something you need to tell us?
One of them I got tackled into the table. No, it stood out to me as a kid, but like now I very rarely see it. But like our tables growing up had the sharpest edges. And now when I see people's tables, most of them are pretty rounded. The edges are all rounded. But like, look how close I was. One right here, one right here. Look how close I came to losing an eye.
Yeah.
Like I got a bad scar here and a bad scar here. I could have easily been my eyeball.
I love the idea of you going into someone's living room for the first time and you're just like, oh,
I check
your
out the
coffee
tables.
are pretty round.
Yeah.
You know, my tables as a kid, we had square tables.
Mine were sharp, man. They were very sharp. And yeah, like me and my brother, we were playing football and he picked me up and tackled me and I hit the side of the table and it gashed me pretty good.
We call that roughhousing.
I never will forget that because whenever I was hurt, I would always just run and kind of just like put my face into the pillow and was just like, ah. And then I come up and there's just
he's crying.
No,
he's crying.
I wasn't crying. It's just like you just like close your eyes and you're like, ah. And then I take my head back and my white pillow is just covered in blood. And I said, well, gotta tell mom we're headed to the doctor. And then the other one I was too young. I don't really remember other than I do remember getting held down at the doctor's office or like in the ER as they gave me stitches. And I'm pretty claustrophobic because of it. I don't like being held down and I think that's where it kind of started. But I remember them holding me down. I'm trying to squirm and getting stitches.
Just giving them hell.
But the only thing I can remember what you're talking about in terms of something happening and not remembering is like 2 days. There was a 2-day period and all of a sudden I had a little bit of a chipped tooth in my front and I had no clue what happened.
Had you been drinking?
I don't remember. Probably, I guess. I guess something had happened there, but I don't. I feel like I would have remembered hitting something that chipped, but just tooth got chipped a little bit, just slightly.
Every now and then I just notice something, and I'm like, I wonder where that came from, And it's just like all the scars you develop over life, they just continually materialize. I imagine it's a really powerful feeling when you're old and you look in the mirror, you're like 72, like, look at these scars. I remember this one from 96. It's when the woman hit me with the frying pan. One time I fell on a horseshoe stop when I was a kid. That's a scary memory that I have. I was riding my bicycle and I was like riding around and they're playing horseshoes and I fell right where the stake is and it hit me in the side pretty good. Like I had a huge bruise on my, what you'd consider your love handle. Is what I call it. I don't know what a normal person calls that area, but right on the love handle. I mean, this bruise was like a huge bruise. And I look back on it, and I'm like, I think I probably could have been seriously hurt. Like if that had punctured me.
The eye ones, the tables, that's that for me.
Yeah.
I feel you. A lot of pain.
It makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Hopefully no pain this weekend. Hour 2's in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 with some headlines. We'll talk some football. Got a big football weekend coming up. We'll dive into it. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at boknowshouses.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville.
Talk Sports 3.0.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Enjoy some White Claw this weekend. Send me your receipt. I'll make sure Bubba sends you some money to pay for it. White Claws on Bubba this weekend. White Claws on Bubba responsibly.
You serious?
That's crazy.
That is crazy, Bubba. You're a good man.
Limit 1.
That damn James Cook under took a bath early, didn't it?
Look, you take away that 40-yard run, he's left with 77 yards. You take away that 20-yard run, he's left with 60.
Wait, you're saying you take away 40 and he still got over?
Well, yeah. He had another long run at the end of the game. I'm kind of with you because I felt the same way because at one, like, for the most part, he only had like 80 yards up until like the last like 5 minutes. And I was like, damn, if only that 1 yard, he didn't bust that one long run. But then he busted a couple more. And I was like, all right, never mind.
Dalton Schultz, too, very frustrating.
Yeah, I was going to say it wouldn't have mattered because my pick, Dalton Schultz, he didn't even have a chance. And even worse, I started him in my biggest fantasy league because I got Sam Laporte on IR and Tucker Craft. My guys are all banged up. So I was like, all right, I'll go with Dalton Schultz this week. And he got one damn catch for 8 yards. So.
I wasn't going to tell you, but the Bills are like the best team against tight ends in the league.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Dalton Schultz just couldn't catch last night.
If you look up the game logs that the Bills have played this year, because in the parlay that we do with my buddies, someone took Dalton Schultz over 4.5 catches, and I was like, that's a terrible pick. The most catches they've given up to a tight end this year is 4 to Travis Kelce. And he had 60 yards, but most tight ends are held to 30 and under on them.
I saw a thread talking about that, Sam, but I didn't finish reading it. Because it said Dalton Schultz has thrived with Mills at quarterbacks. In all 4 games, he's cleared 50 yards. And then under it says the
tweet about it.
Yeah, and then under it says the Bills. And I assumed it was going to be good stuff about the Bills, but now that I see it, it says the Bills have allowed the fewest yards to tight ends. Yeah. Damn it. I should have read the rest of the tweet. No, it said the only point. Yeah. Okay, well, that's on me. Good news is he had Woody Marks, the other guy did in his flex. So it wasn't like Woody Marks did anything. So only got scored 8-2, which ain't bad for a tight end to flex ratio. We're still all right.
Bob started Woody Marks against me. Not good, Bob.
Bob said he's putting you in the basement. He was in here talking trash yesterday.
Oh, I bet he was.
And I said, hey,
hey, that's my friend.
I said, don't talk about my buddy like that. And I said, because they were basically acting like there's no way you could win. I said, Cody's got some guys on his team that could pop. Now, his team does suck overall, but I was like, if you told me Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown went for 30, if one of them went for 30, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see it. If they combined for 40-something, if C.D. Lamb went crazy for 30, all of a sudden your team would look pretty scary. I said, just be careful.
I mean, Bob's projected to win, but we've seen stranger things.
Yeah. He says he's going to put
you. And I'm not talking about the new season.
He says he's going to put you in the basement and lock the door, lock you into last place is what he said he was going to do.
A.J. Brown crying about not getting touches now taken away from Devonta Smith. Sad work up in Philly.
I did like that they said they asked A.J. Brown, which I think is a dumb question, but basically, what would you say to all the people who say you don't have it anymore, that you suck now? He's like, well, that must mean Saquon sucks too. Just completely threw Saquon under the bus too. He ain't doing nothing this year either. They're all pointing fingers at Jalen Hurts. They hate Jalen Hurts.
You think they're going to trade him in the offseason, AJ?
I think they would have traded him last year had they not won the Super Bowl. But I don't know how they wouldn't trade him this offseason. Especially if they're going to keep playing the way they played. I think in the Super Bowl when Jalen Hurts is all of a sudden throwing the ball around the field and won MVP, I thought, okay, maybe they'll come back and they'll have a more aggressive offense. But it's been even worse this year. I thought Jalen Hurts, once he won final, Super Bowl MVP, that it was over in terms of arguing about what he was as a quarterback. But he has come back this year and been even more of that game manager, not looking very good guy.
How mad would you be if they trade him to the Patriots? That might make me quit football.
No, see, it would be kind of annoying, but nah. I mean, it wouldn't make me quit football. It would be annoying though. I won't downplay that. Watching A.J. Brown and Mike Vrabel, especially if he went up there and was just a monster for him. What if he's like, hey, I want to go back to Tennessee? What if we get an extra first round pick and a second round pick from the Jets to move back a couple spaces? We take that extra second round pick and say, hey, give us A.J. Brown back. Boom.
Talking.
Boom. Titans are fixed.
Be on the plane listening to Tennessee Jed.
Yeah.
Back to Tennessee.
All of a sudden, the Titans are fixed. There we go. We signed George Pickens. Let's just get 2 crazy wide receivers together. Cam Ward can handle them. You're talking about quitting football, though, and it is funny. That would be tough, but, one of my friends said it, and I've been thinking about it, about just, what would you do if you're Ole Miss right now, and Lane Kiffin actually just tells you he's leaving, this weekend? And, the playoff committees came out and said, yeah, they'll take it into account if you lose your coach when it comes to seeding. It might cost you a home playoff game. How would you get excited about football ever again? How do you not just quit football at that point?
I mean, they've been through years of hell as it is.
I know.
They're kind of used to it.
But the moment
their whole motto is we win or lose, we booze. Basically, that's Ole Miss's entire. That's not what they say, but it's something like that.
But that was before they got to see that they actually had a chance to be among the elites.
We've never lost the party, I think, is what they say. The whole thing with the Grove.
Yeah, but now they've been good enough at football to where they actually care. And if they get that close, and then the coach is like, "Nah, I'm out," that would jokerify you a little bit and just be like, "This, what's the point? This is stupid." Time to introduce a little anarchy.
It'd be a real hotty-toddy.
Next headline, please.
Well, we hadn't done any yet.
Oh.
This would be the first one.
Oh, damn, my bad.
Some troubling news I've just learned about the Seattle Seahawks. Apparently, they have the NFL worst 20 turnovers. Do you guys know that?
I know when it's been bad for Sam Darnold, it's been bad.
They have 20 turnovers. I didn't realize this about the Seahawks. I had labeled them as the best team in the NFL before the Rams beat them. And I think I'm walking that one back. Beep, beep, beep. Sam Darnold says it's unacceptable. We understand as an offense we got to be better protecting the football. We're doing everything that we can in practice.
I feel like Darnold's been really good, but yeah, you look and all of a sudden you see he's got 10 interceptions.
Yeah, and the team has 20 turnovers.
Do we know how many fumbles he has?
I'd say as a team, they must have 10, right? If he's got 10 interceptions.
Well, yeah, I can do this math on that. I'm saying how many fumbles he has.
Oh, I don't know how many he has specifically. I'm sure that information.
So wait, if a team has 20 turnovers and they've thrown 10 interceptions?
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, the backup quarterback could have thrown a pick or two here and there.
Let's see here. Looking at his game logs. He's fumbled 5 times. I don't know if he's lost all 5. Either way.
Have you seen this story about CeeDee Lamb and
throwing up in Vegas?
Yeah, him and George Pickens out there partying.
Well, I took both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens over on Monday Night Football, and Pickens ended up going over easy. But the first drive, neither one of them are on the field. They're benched, and I'm like, what the hell's happened here?
Well, it's because him and George Pickens were at the Red Rock Casino having dinner and drinks. CeeDee Lamb denied to reporters that he was seen throwing up outside the casino, which had been mentioned on social media, that CeeDee Lamb was yakking at the casino because he'd been boozing too much. This is good. We're getting back to the Cowboys of the 90s. These guys need to show a little more propensity for the party.
I gotta say that I feel like we haven't gotten enough of these stories.
Yeah, let's get some cocaine involved too.
Well, I don't even mean with the Cowboys. No, I just mean like the partying in Las Vegas, because like the NFL was so scared of Las Vegas for so long. All these sports leagues were, and I know it was mostly because of gambling, but like the nightlife and partying and trouble was also a big part of it. I don't think we've gotten too many people getting in trouble in Vegas.
I think Henry Ruggs set a pretty good precedent.
He killed a girl.
Was his partying or just going really fast?
Was he partying before doing
He was
that?
drinking.
Yeah, he was drunk.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he just dropped. I mean, I guess he would be to go to prison. Although I think you should go to prison if you're going 150 and hit somebody too. But
yeah, that's beyond reckless.
Was that during the season? That was in the off season, right?
Yeah. I like to imagine Michael Irvin just scrolling his timeline and just seeing this story pop up and just pointing at his phone like Leo points to the screen in the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, just having a laugh, He liked to party too. Cowboys receivers partying comes with the territory. So anyway, CeeDee Lamb denies that he was yakking outside the casino. Josh Allen roughed up last night, sacked 8 times in the frustrating loss to the Texans. He had a rough night. That defense ate his lunch.
They beat his ass. Did you watch any of that game?
I didn't watch any of it, no, but I've read about it.
Did you watch much of that game, Sam? Were you still watching at the end?
At the end, no, I wasn't.
They ran a pretty cool play. Like they were going for a final drive to score and win the game, and it was 4th and 27, and they ran a successful, basically a hook and ladder.
I saw that replay.
Kind of an inverted hook and ladder. I mean, like where there's kind of a slant and ladder more so than or an in and ladder maybe. to convert a 4th and 27. And then all of a sudden you look and they're down to Houston's 20. And you're like, oh, my God, they're about to win this game. And then, nope, sack, false start.
How about the fact that the Colts, Jags, and Texans all have winning records?
AFC South, baby. Let's go.
Is that your version of SEC? Got to root for the conference. Are we ready to say, or is it too premature maybe, that there could be a changing of the guard in the AFC? I mean, you look at Kansas City with 5 losses. Buffalo's got 4 losses now. I mean, those have been your top 2 for the last several years. It's been Buffalo and Kansas City.
I think there's also just something to being the hunted, to getting everyone's best shot every week.
I mean, throw Baltimore in there too. They're 5-5, which they didn't have half their team for a good bit of those losses. But like, if I were to tell you though, the week before Thanksgiving, that the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bills would have a combined 14 losses, you'd be like, really?
Okay, so if I offer you those 3 teams with the field to go to the Super Bowl, who are you taking?
Ooh.
Because I don't think you're taking the field.
That means I get 9-2 Denver, 8-2 Colts, Pittsburgh, 9-2 New England. Yeah, no, I'm taking those 3.
Yeah, so I can't really call it a changing of the guard until you confidently tell me that you're taking the field.
I'm not taking the field.
But I do think you've seen the Bills and Chiefs, especially the Chiefs, play a lot of extra games. I think
over the years, yeah.
I think you've seen the Bills fail to get Josh Allen good wide receivers. I don't think either of those teams are like perfect, but I do still think that when it comes time to play important games, I'll take both of those teams on the road to beat those other AFC teams you're talking about. At least that's how I feel right now.
Have you seen the stuff going around about this Democratic politician in Nashville?
The one that just basically came out and said that she hates Nashville?
Yeah.
She's trying to fix Nashville from the inside of just everything she hates, the pedal taverns, Broadway, country music.
She said she hates it all, and yet she's running for office in Tennessee. She was kind of laughing. I listened to the audio of this. She was laughing, like doing like some kind of interview, like a podcast interview or something. And like,
I think a lot of Nashville feels the same way though, don't they? Like,
see, that's what I thought too. And I was looking for those comments to be like, because I think the locals do feel that way. I think when she brings country music into it though, and then says, quote, I hate all of the things that make Nashville. Like, I think that kind of takes it too far.
Yeah.
But if she just said, I hate the Bachelorettes and the pedal taverns, then I think a lot of people would agree with her.
I feel like it's pretty common that all the locals kind of hate Broadway.
Yeah.
Like, she could have just said that. But yeah, sure. Like, if you go into the country music part, maybe you go a little bit too far. But I would say there's a lot of locals that feel a similar sentiment.
8 years ago yesterday, the MARTA bus pulled up in front of the Georgia Dome when they were doing the video of the demolition. I saw that tweet. The Falcons tweeted that out yesterday. I remember that. That was pretty funny.
Well, that was on this day in history yesterday. How about on this day in history, 1976.
On this day?
Yep.
In 1976.
On this day.
So this occurred in November 21st. Did it have to do with Thanksgiving preparations?
Nope.
Was it sports related?
Yep.
Was it football?
Nope.
Was it basketball?
Nope.
Hockey?
Nope.
What other sports are going on?
Nope.
Did it have something to do with baseball?
Nope.
Okay, well, I've named all the sports.
Okay. Find a different lane.
Did it have to do with auto racing?
No.
Did it have to do with golf?
No.
Tennis?
No.
Swimming?
No.
Diving?
No.
Cricket?
No.
Soccer?
No.
Okay, now we're getting a little, I'm starting to run out of sports here. Water polo?
No.
Rugby?
Okay,
was this not a sports-specific thing? Is this more of an all-encompass?
It's a sport-specific thing.
So there's a sport I can name that this had to do with.
Yep.
Have I not named every damn sport?
No.
Track and field?
No.
I said football, said basketball, soccer, hockey. It's none of the big four. I said tennis. Badminton?
No.
Horse racing?
You haven't named pickleball.
That's not a sport. Horse racing?
Nope.
Okay. Let's take a boxing?
Yep.
Okay. Muhammad Ali?
Nope.
Was not involved?
No.
Was George Foreman involved?
No.
Well, this was before the time of Mike Tyson. Was Cassius Clay involved?
No.
Did this have to do with the Vietnam War?
No. Getting a little bit warmer.
Did this involve Frazier?
No. Kelsey Grammer.
Huh? Okay, if you tell me the 1970s and say it didn't involve Muhammad Ali, I don't know how much further I can go with this. Who were some other great boxers? Was this a great boxer involved?
Many would say.
One of the all-time greats?
Many would say.
Was it Joe Louis?
No.
Boy, I don't know that many boxers. How is Muhammad Ali not involved?
He's not involved.
Bubba's laughing like maybe he knows what this is. Do you know it's National Gingerbread Day, by the way? I just happened to order a gingerbread latte.
Why the hell would Gingerbread Day be in November?
I don't know.
I think of it as a Christmas food.
Okay, you said it wasn't Joe Frazier.
Bubba, you want to help him at all?
Give me the initials.
Bubba, you want to help him?
R.
Are you ready? I don't know it. I don't think I know it. I hate losing on this, but I don't think I know it.
A pitiful effort. That's a truly pitiful effort. Bubba, you want to help him?
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, Rocky? Well, that doesn't count. That's not a real boxer.
He's got a statue.
That doesn't count.
I said he's considered to be a great boxer by many.
You should have said. You made me think this was a real sports related.
It is related to boxing. It's one of the more iconic things when it comes to boxing. I never said it was a real life event. You didn't ask that. You asked
come on.
You asked if it was sports related.
So is this one?
Do you
Rocky?
consider Rocky to be sports related, Sam?
No, it's not real.
Sports movie.
Sports related.
So is this where Rocky ran up the steps or whatever?
Rocky opens in theaters. One of the greatest sports movie of all time.
Well, see, I was on the wrong track.
I think you'd have to say the greatest sports franchise of all time, without a doubt. I don't even know if there's any. I don't know if are there any other sports franchises that really, movie franchises that even register. I mean, besides Air Bud.
I was gonna say Air Bud.
I mean, The Longest Yard, and then the remake.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like I was on the wrong track because I was trying to think of boxers.
Okay.
I wasn't thinking about movies.
How many boxers do you have to get to before you think of Rocky Balboa?
All the real ones?
Especially in the 70s.
All the real ones.
De
10
La
Academy
Hoya.
Award nominations. Took home 3 of them, including Best Picture. Made Sylvester Stallone an international superstar.
Is it that good of a movie?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
You've never seen it.
Do you ever get jealous of like not being able to have seen classic movies in the theater, like when they came out? Like, I feel like that would be so cool.
No, I don't ever really get jealous about that part of it, Sam. I do get jealous of I do feel like I missed out. I would have liked to have been a part of the conversation around it. Not so much the experience of being in theaters, but just being seeing how the movie word of mouth spreads over, some of these movies, it probably takes a year or so to really get going and all that, which is why I think they do the awards the year after, right? You just got to let the thing breathe for a while and get out there. But I missed that part, the conversation around it.
There wouldn't have been any though, right? Unless you were talking in magazines or
Yeah, I mean, just with your friends, I guess. Yeah. Talk shows. I mean, I guess they did talk shows.
Yeah,
and
talk
stuff,
radio.
Have you had any modern day experiences like that?
Of what?
just like a huge hype around a movie like opening night. And
Yeah, I mean, Sinners was big that way. Like when it came out, there was a lot of conversation about it. I mean, a couple years ago, Barbie and Oppenheimer, I mean, you kind of had a similar thing with that in terms of people wanting to be there and talk about it immediately.
I drove by those steps when I was in Philadelphia.
Did you run up them and
No.
not get clearance from the city because you didn't want to pay for it?
No, it's just a set of steps. I mean, I didn't really see what the fuss was about.
I could be wrong, but I feel like everyone likes Rocky 2 and Rocky 3 better than the original Rocky.
I think it's more fun to hate Ivan Drago.
Right. And then, of course, in the first one, spoiler, he doesn't win. Yeah. But great movie franchise. Terrible job by you today. Sam, send us a break. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold wave filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. Come on, grab a pack. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavor. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
The Drive will be out live today at Barley's, courtesy of Garage Beer. If you're looking for something to do on your Friday, if you get off work early, go hang out with The Drive out there. We'll also be there on Tuesday for Tennessee, Houston. Hell, you might as well just spend all weekend there. Go watch Tennessee, Florida play there too. Tennessee, Florida, you talked about being, it being a Florida game, Cody. Do you like watching? Are you going to be too nervous to watch this game somewhere? Do you still have nerves going into Tennessee, Florida? Or how do you feel about the game? Because you keep holding on to those memories of this rivalry. Does it still feel big in that respect? Are you guys making plans for tomorrow?
Well, I have a Friendsgiving tomorrow, which is I'm
too.
do you?
Yeah.
Well, congrats. Looks like we have friends. Bubba, Sam, you guys got Friendsgivings tomorrow?
Awkward.
Or no friends for you guys?
I'm cooking something other than Thanksgiving food.
Parlays?
with people.
Cooking up some parlays. That's what I like to hear. Bubba's cooking up trouble.
What are you cooking?
Haven't decided the menu yet.
The menu? Wow. Fancy.
Pigs in a blanket.
I just make like one or two things.
So you're going to be doing Friendsgiving. Is it centered around the game? Is it before the game? Because ours is like at 4:30 or 5, which I imagine leads into the game.
Yeah, same kind of deal.
Yeah.
We're going to be cooking and fellowship, but yeah, we're watching the game.
Are you having to cook?
I am tackling Grandma's cornbread dressing tomorrow, and I've never made dressing in my life.
I feel like you should get a pass. I feel like you cook for your friends enough to where they shouldn't make you cook for this.
I agree with that, but the reason I'm undertaking this
Paul Bearer,
this task. The reason I'm taking this task is because we had a little group thing. Everybody, what they're contributing. Oh, I'll bring mashed potatoes. Oh, I'll bring rolls. Oh,
I'll grab some 2 liters of soda.
Yeah, and no one chose dressing, and I'm like, look,
You gotta have dressing. Everybody,
you can't do a Thanksgiving thing and not have dressing.
I couldn't care less if dressing showed up or not at mine, but either way,
it's an essential part of the meal. I mean, you have to. It's as important as the cranberry sauce and the turkey. I mean, those three you got to have it.
So you're going to cook it?
So I'm taking on the dressing.
Is there anywhere you could buy it from?
Yeah, and I thought about that. I could just go get a big pan somewhere, and that'd make it a hell of a lot easier. But I don't know. I got to figure it out too, because we got to figure out our oven space. We only got one oven, and Miles he's cooking the big bird all day, and I don't know if you know this about a bird, but it takes up a lot of space in the oven. So I might have to use my other friend's oven. It's a whole situation. He sent me a text at like 6 a.m. saying he could go ahead and cook the cornbread. So maybe if he can do that for me, I don't know. I got to call him after the show. But
either way, you got Friendsgiving going on. I think you should get a pass because you cook so much. But either way, tackle it. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. So Tennessee, Florida is kind of second to you when it comes to your Saturday plans. You're focused more on the Friendsgiving than you are the Tennessee, Florida game. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and I got this trip with my mom coming up, so I'm trying to make preparations for that.
Yeah.
And, trying to make as much money as I can going forward for that. And so, I got other stuff going on.
You got stuff you got to do.
This Florida game, I mean, it's important to me, but only in the sense of if we lose. Like,
it's a bad place to be in for Josh Heupel in
is.
Tennessee because it is really no reward for winning, and you lose everything if you lose this game.
Right. It's a lose-lose. I mean, it's not a lose-lose situation because
it's a attaboy, pat on the back, or burn it down situation. Like, you're not going to get flowers thrown at your feet. You're not going to get crowned for winning this game.
There's no good way to lose. Like, right now you can say you lost to 3 playoff teams.
Yep.
Oklahoma, whatever, should have went different. Georgia, you should have made that kick. Alabama. But at least those are 3.
Missed that damn kick.
I know it's ruined the season almost, but at least those are 3 respectable losses. There's nothing respectable about losing to 3-7 Florida.
I still don't feel like losing to Oklahoma was respectable, but I understand what you mean in terms of it being a top 10 team.
After they went and won in Tuscaloosa, I changed my
we'll see.
I changed my viewpoint.
We'll see. I could see them easily losing, or not easily, but I can see them losing to Missouri this week.
They could.
And then I'd be back to thinking like, wow, that team isn't very good.
I still don't think it's a bad loss, though, in the sense of
it's not 3-7 Florida. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Sam, you preview this conference. You look at college football as a whole. Southeastern Conversation here on the Fan Run Podcast Network. Give us a grade on this weekend because it feels kind of light in terms of SEC games that matter. Hence why we're on ABC, but also just nationally outside of USC, Oregon. I don't see much reason to pay attention to college football on Saturday.
Definitely not the best slate, especially within the conference. I think, like you said, Missouri and Oklahoma, definitely a game to look out for. Bo Perbula is apparently questionable on that injury report now for Missouri. So
I thought he broke his leg.
He broke his ankle or fractured his
Right.
ankle or something.
And,
so
and he's questionable?
Yeah, that's the fastest ankle recovery I've ever heard of. But
maybe it was just like a small crack in the bone or something. Like I
have no idea, but that was surprising to me.
With how bad, I remember watching that and seeing the injury that everybody was freaking out about. I thought it might go into like half of next year.
Yeah,
or something.
He got like carted off and everything. But I don't know. I saw that he was questionable. So
either way,
I mean, Missouri's a different team if they've got him there. So you talk about potential upset spots, but
only a 6.5 point spread there.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not necessarily the best week. I do think there's a few games that are, kind of have some playoff implications and conference implications and things like that. But it's not necessarily. I think it's funny that everyone on Twitter kind of has been saying like, "Oh, SEC this, SEC that." They don't play hard teams, but then like the week that the SEC has a bad week, all of college football slate is bad. So it's like, do you want to talk trash about the SEC or do you want to talk about how bad the slate is when the SEC isn't playing each other?
Well, the Big Ten's at least playing each other, but yeah, there are no games that you care about in the Big Ten, which is maybe more of the problem we should look at. Like USC Oregon's the only Big Ten game that matters, and it's USC Oregon, right? Like they had to take the Pac-12 apart to have relevant games. Otherwise, oh look, Ohio State's going to beat up on a team like Rutgers again. Wow, never see that before. Oh, wow, here's some Minnesota Northwestern slop. I feel like those two teams just play each other every week because there's always slop in that conference. Like
they're all the same.
Yeah.
Minnesota, Northwestern, Purdue, Illinois, Iowa, they all feel the same.
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
So maybe that's why they get so mad that the SEC takes this weekend off, because it does kill the interest of the sport overall. But I got to say, look at the NFL slate, Sam. It ain't much better. The Titans have the Seahawks coming into town. 13.5 point dogs. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I got a feeling he's going to extend his NFL streak, Bubba, of having 75 yards every game this year to start a season. I imagine he's going to have at least 75 in this one too.
He's the only hope I got left.
He is the only hope you got left. You just strap on and ride him. But like in terms of actual games, Colts, Chiefs, the 1 o'clock window, that's the only one really worth a damn. That's a good one.
What else we got?
The Chiefs got to win that one at home. 4 o'clock window. I mean, can I interest you in the Eagles taking their sideshow on the road into Dallas? Like that one's Dallas can at least score.
I'm getting fed.
I like a good Eagles-Cowboys game. It'll get me to the TV.
Yeah, Dak played good. I mean, if you think back to that Week 1 game, I mean, the Cowboys probably should have won that game. Now I know Jalen Carter got thrown out on the opening play, spitting in Dak's face or whatever, but
Jalen Carter.
The Cowboys can win that game, but that's literally the only 2 games on Sunday that mean anything until you get to the night game of Rams-Bucks, which I think that one will be good. Rams-Bucks on Sunday night will be fun. But
so as long as you got a good one in every window, like a decent game.
Yeah, but only one though, and the rest of them are pretty dreadful.
What are the others?
Like I said, Seahawks are the Titans, so that's 7-3, 1-9. Steelers and Bears are 2 good records, but I don't want to watch the Steelers play football anymore. The 9-2 Patriots against the 3-7 Bengals. The 6-4 Lions at home against the Giants. Packers, Vikings. Okay, I don't really want to watch J.J. McCarthy play football anymore, but at least that one's like, okay,
Where's
I guess.
that game at?
That's in Green Bay.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Jets and Ravens is gross. Raiders and Browns is gross. Jags, Cardinals is gross. Falcons, Saints is gross. Like, yeah, there's a lot of slop on Sunday.
Where's Falcon? Is that in New Orleans?
That's in New Orleans.
New Orleans. Now, that's a hell of a town. They got – that's one of those places, man. It's still got its culture. It's still got its a life about it. But, the humidity, the swampiness of it. They got mosquitoes in New Orleans that could impregnate a turkey standing flat-footed. That's how big the mosquitoes are in New Orleans. It's but a good town otherwise.
Did you just make that up?
No, I got that from Billy Bob Thornton on episode 1 of Landman. Okay. Episode 2 of Landman will be Sunday.
Did Demi Moore get naked in the first one?
No.
Oh, okay.
She didn't.
Did she do anything cool in it?
Yeah, she did.
I just saw people saying
she gave a speech.
I saw people. Oh, okay. Well, I saw people saying they unleashed Demi, so I didn't know if they were trying that meant like something sexy or
she's got a bigger role this season.
Okay,
and I won't tell you exactly why because it'd be kind of a spoiler. But
she was born in Roswell, New Mexico.
That's where the aliens are. I've been to the alien store in Roswell.
Now, for as bad as I told you that slate was in the NFL on Sunday, I do think we get 2 absolutely monster games, or at least fun games. Maybe I shouldn't call them monster games. Fun games on Thanksgiving. Packers at Lions. That's good football right there. That should be a Thanksgiving game. Packers Lions every year. That feels good. And Chiefs at Cowboys. Like there should at least be some intrigue there. And then maybe Joe Burrow's back for the Bengals as they play the Ravens. Like maybe they could do that.
Oh, I saw an update on Joe Burrow earlier. It said he's been, I believe the word they used was like outstanding or phenomenal or something like that. Let me see what I saw.
All right, let's go, Joe. Let's carry this Bengals team to the playoffs. I saw a headline yesterday that said Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco hoping to be a starter in 2026. And I'm like, brother, give it up.
Joe Burrow looked outstanding, it said, as a full participant in practice for the second day in a row.
Any big college basketball this weekend, Sam? Anything going on this weekend in college basketball? Because it feels like a pretty light sports weekend.
I don't feel like there's a ton this weekend in basketball. I haven't really done a deep dive into the slate.
Saturday, only one ranked team plays. Illinois plays Long Island University. On Sunday, Duke and UConn play loser schools.
It was my good friend T. Higgins that said Joe's been looking outstanding.
So nothing going on this weekend. No rooting guide for Tennessee. Damn, we better just beat Florida. If Missouri beats Oklahoma, Sam, and maybe Vatech beats Miami, and we beat Florida, do you at least get some ideas?
No.
Oregon beats USC?
No, I think I've put the playoff scenarios to bed.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it.
Kansas State beats Utah. Can I interest you in Kansas State beating Utah? Cincinnati beats BYU. How about that?
We don't even deserve it.
I was going to say, we're just like, even if the scenarios played out, like I wouldn't even feel worthy of, I wouldn't even enjoy getting into the field because we just feel like such a.
What if we beat Florida by 30 though?
We won't.
And then beat Vanderbilt by 17, huh? Can I interest you in that?
We beat nobody.
Can I interest you in the boys turning the corner the last 2 weeks and blowing out rivals?
We ain't done nothing.
I know, but in this scenario, you blew out.
Their best win of the year. Did you say they beat Vanderbilt by 17? Who cares? We're cooked. It's over.
Hey, I was just asking.
Oklahoma was the last game of the season.
I was just asking if there was anything in Week 13 that would get you fired up for Week 14. That's all I was asking.
Oh, we suck.
Let Missouri beat Oklahoma, and we'll have if a couple things go right this weekend, we can at least maybe have.
If 18 things go right this weekend, we'll have.
No, you need like 4 things to go right this weekend to set up maybe needing like 18 things to go right the next weekend. Or maybe like there's like 12 things in a row you have to have happen. Maybe we need like a 12-team parlay to hit.
I think I'm just rooting for meltdowns of other teams around the conference now. Like I want Auburn to go beat Alabama and make their playoff hopes a little bit cloudier.
I think it'll end their playoff
to take
hopes.
A job in the middle of their playoff run for Ole Miss.
You just want other teams to be miserable?
Yeah.
If we have to lie in misery, everyone else should too.
Okay. Let's just root for misery then. Gotta have something to root for.
Misery business.
That's how I used to watch football as a kid.
Shout
just
out
root
Olivia
for
Rodrigo.
Every upset. That's all I needed to see is who's ranked lower, who's unranked. All right, that's who I'm rooting for. 2 unranked teams. I ain't watching this garbage. Change the channel. That's how I watched TV as a kid.
I'm okay with not having a great sports weekend. I mean,
just spend time with family. Supposed to go to our Friendsgiving on Sunday too, but I think 2 in one. I think 2 back-to-back is just too much.
A lot of turkey.
You're just not even like Thanksgiving doesn't even hit at some point.
I know.
You know?
I know. I'm going to see Wicked 2 tonight. I forgot I'm talking to 3 of the most uncultured people I could find. That's right, Bubba. I lumped you into that, even though you didn't go, ugh.
That's culture.
Well, now I will.
Wicked.
How dare you support whatever sketchiness they got going on behind the scenes where all of them are taking advanced Ozempics to bewilder their bodies.
Yeah, how could I ever? Wicked, what does that have to do with anything? It's not like it was on Broadway. It was one of the most famous musicals of our lifetime. Yeah, Wicked.
That was.
So was the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, you're right. That was.
Okay, well, that's culture too. Your Book of Mormon, that doesn't prove anything to me. If they make a movie about Book of Mormon, I'll watch it too, maybe.
Nothing like 45-pound Ariana Grande ruining a Broadway classic.
Oh, yeah, Ariana Grande. She can't sing at all. Oh, yeah.
Did you
I'm
see?
surprised her vocal cords work with
R.I.P.
how
Mac
frail
Miller.
she looks.
When I think of Ariana, I
Speaks
definitely
15 words, and she's like,
I definitely think of not being able to sing when I hear Ariana Grande. That's a good point. She's
gonna die on stage.
She definitely can't sing. It's already filmed. She's not gonna die. It's already filmed.
She's living on a diet of celery and water.
Tested positive for COVID in 2025.
Oh, she's not gonna be able to sing as good as the Broadway girls. Oh, Ariana, damn, foolish.
Just tell us that your girlfriend wanted to go see the movie.
I want to see it too. Oh,
now the truth.
Oh,
comes
John's got a girlfriend. Okay, so what? That doesn't bother me.
You wouldn't go see it alone.
I'd watch it alone, but I don't think I'd go see it on opening Friday night. You're probably right about that, but I'd go see it.
That's the point I was making.
I'd still go see it, though, Sam. I'd still go watch it, just on opening Friday night.
Hope you have a good time with all those other
Hope you
kooks in the
dress
movie
up.
theater with you tonight.
All those other blue hairs in there. You think
maybe green hairs? When I went to see the first one, there was a woman dressed up in green,
They might not allow you to eat popcorn.
Yeah.
No, you have to be.
They give you one package of crackers, and
They
they
give you like 4 pieces of popcorn, 2 sips of soda.
That's the thing is, you guys don't get out of your comfort
couple
zone.
pieces of ice.
You guys just don't get out of your
Stick of
comfort
celery.
zone. You don't get out among other people from different walks of life. That's sad.
I got all you're crazy. You're crazy. I got all different people in my life, all kinds of people. I probably got the most diverse friend group you've ever seen.
I've seen your friend group. That's not true at all.
I had dinner with a transgender person the other night.
And he wants a round of applause. That's it. That's
Well,
sad.
I did.
Let me check this off the box. Oh, you think you could be in my friend group so I can win an argument on the radio? Give him a round of applause.
I got.
You mean you didn't get repulsed and throw up and leave?
I've got friends who are every walk of life.
Yeah, we know
you've
you've gone on a gay cruise. We get it. We know you went on a gay cruise.
Not just that. I have black friends. I have Latino friends.
You and Miles
I have
went
Chinese
on
friends.
and 6 other guys all went on a cruise together. We get it.
Every walk of life you can imagine, I have a friend. I even have an Arab friend.
We get it. We get it. You hang out with
I have
Bear,
a Jewish friend.
You hang out with the Jewish old man Bear. We get it.
Well, I mean, don't say. I mean, you act.
I
Like
would
I'm
say you
just-
don't get out among different people from different walks of life. You're talking about the blue hairs in the theater. The idea of you
I
sitting
say
in the,
that
the idea of
tongue
you
in
sitting in
cheek.
the,
I got no problem
The
with
idea of you
these
sitting
people.
in the theater with blue hairs makes your skin crawl. Not
I got
I'm
no
just going to go
problem
enjoy
with
the
these
movie and
people.
eat popcorn. I'm not scared.
especially the baristas.
Did you see what they did? Did you see that Pablo Torre story yesterday
About the
Sam?
Kentucky thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you listen to the podcast?
I read some highlights from it. I haven't listened to the podcast yet. It is kind of interesting what he's pointed out about this Gaines girl, though, and how like her story has changed over the years. The more money it kind of seemed like was coming in for her.
Now, she was the one that lost to the transgender swimmer, right?
Right, but
Well,
like
she finished in 5th.
finished in 5th, but like
should have been 4th. I mean,
in the podcast, it's like chronicling the way she's talked about this teammate for like the last 7 or 8 years or whatever, and like how it's gotten more extreme the more popular she's got, like on the right side, and gotten money from it essentially. Like when they're actually like teammates and close by, like, oh, this person's not so bad, she's trying, blah blah blah. Like my problems with the NCAA, not her. This is unfortunate, like basically trying to be like nice and respectful, but then like as she's gotten further removed from it, it's just gotten more like hateful and venomous.
yeah. Well, that's
And like she's
that
like
makes
now
sense.
like talking about this was a terrible experience, despite like all of her teammates and everybody else being like, that's not how she used to be. I find it to be interesting.
That makes sense.
Just in the culture war.
You gotta cash in while you can.
You have to cash in while you can. I don't hate the play or hate the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Last call on the other side. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Take Fan Run Radio with you on the all-new Fan Run app. Just search for Fan Run Radio wherever you download your apps.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them Fan Run sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, Hit Tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
But man, we got a lot of like 20s and 10s, and for the most part, like we kind of max out at 50-50. There's a couple 60s, a couple 70s in there, but for the most part, a lot of people under 50. For that reason, Tennessee needs to win. It'd be nice to win comfortably to kind of fix this. Tampa Vol writes in saying the fact that everyone's so low says all you need to know about this coaching staff, yet no one will say it. I don't think the people's perception of this cursed rivalry says anything about the coaching staff, but I do think if you don't win the game, it will say a lot about the coaching staff. We are all in agreement there. This is a very big game for Josh Heupel. Cody, your final thoughts on Tennessee, Florida?
Well, I think it just comes down to how clean of a game we can play, how disciplined of a game we can play. Do you go on the road and commit a bunch of penalties? All those little things that win you games combined together. Can you avoid the turnovers, the mistakes? I mean, if it's just Team A versus Team B, and Team B doesn't, or let's say we're Team A, and we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, then you beat that Florida team by a good 10 points, and you're just clearly a better football team than that team is. And that's what it comes down to. But if you go down there and play sloppy, like we have all year, pretty much every game, you can point to several examples. If it's not penalties, it's turnovers. If you go down there and you let DJ Lagway light you up on defense and have the game of his life, like, it can go one of two ways. I think we're the better football team. I think we're pretty sloppy. Good news is we're playing a team that's 3-7, so obviously they've been pretty sloppy too.
Yeah, this isn't a good football team. Like I said, I know Florida is the boogeyman. I know the name on the jersey. I know the stadium. Yeah, I get it. But like, I just keep coming back to it's a 3-win football team. And I know we've lost to Florida teams that ended up winning 4 games and wasn't very good, but they weren't a train wreck when we played them. They know they suck now. They know the season's over. It'd be really nice if we had the Lane Kiffin news break before the game and just really take the air out of the sails of the fans. You know what I mean? Just like really cripple them.
That Kiffin's going to LSU.
Yeah, like really ruin the hope they have and the reason they would have to be like maybe loud and be engaged because they think a savior's coming. It'd be really nice to remove that hope from them before the game as well. Sam, your final thoughts on Tennessee, Florida?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been just like all the other losses this year. Just don't go out there and beat yourself. I feel like this is a team that you should go out there and beat with where they're at right now, and just got to execute with not much on the line. And yeah, it's like I said earlier in the week, it's a culture win right here. So go out there and continue to show kind of what you're building towards. Not, didn't go your way this year, but show them what you're building towards in the future.
Bubba, your final thoughts on Tennessee, Florida?
We're going to run all over them, John. We're going to light up the skies down there in Gainesville. It's not going to be close for the Gators. Bad day to be a reptile.
Evergreen. Every day is a bad day to be a Gator unless it's basketball season last year. Or 2006, 2007. That was a pretty good time to be a Gator around that time. Around the mid-2000s, that was pretty cool. Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Joakim Noah, Al Horford. That would have been pretty cool. But now, in 2025, gross. So light up the sky. So now you think the offense is going to play good. A couple hours ago, you told me the offense is going to suck. Now you think the offense is going to light up the sky?
That's right, John.
Panda. That's you. Just pandering to the audience.
Do you think we will win the game?
Yeah, I think we'll win. But I am fully prepared for it not to be pretty. Like, I'm fully prepared for it to be an ugly game. Like I said, that you come out of still not feeling very good. But not feeling very good is better than feeling awful. And you will feel awful if you lose this game. I don't need to see Tennessee play great. I just need to see a win in this game. And by win, I mean not losing. Good job by you boys today. Tony Basilio about to go live from Calhoun's down on the river. Russell Smith will be at Barley's at 3 o'clock. If you're going to be out and about, you got 2 chances to stop by and hang out with some of the fan-run folks. Cody, enjoy your Friendsgiving. Good luck on the dressing.
You too, man. Enjoy yours.
I'm not cooking anything. I'm going to eat. Really hope I just don't miss all my bets and ruin Friendsgiving that way. Sam, good luck in your cooking. Bubba, good luck in your quest to survive the weekend. I hope to see you on Monday where you tell me I'm alive. Everybody be good. Talk to you Monday.
Take Fan Run Radio with